York City, home of the Knicks, baby. Yeah, we back on track. The Makers going crazy. Rim rocking, shot blocking, boy, we are not stopping. Aiming at that chip with a bullseye on the target. It's been so many years, that's how bad we really want it. From the city to the garden, we all be blue and orange. And everybody starving, hell yeah, hungry for a ring. Got a team full of hungry hoopers all going in, we back.
A minute remaining, Brunson at three. Bam! Jalen Brunson!
Que lo que, mi gente. What's good? It's your boy Ruel, your boy the Organic Fanatics with the family out here. They should be rolling up. If they do, they do. Appreciate you guys for joining us today. It is the final countdown. It's the final game of the year this year against this, just any game at all. This is the last game of the year. Hopefully you guys are excited about it as I am. Want some more? Salute to Buzzer Beat in the building. He says, what up, my peoples? Damn. Can't believe we're saying it. The final game of the season, of the regular season. We still got a ways to go. We're looking for a 16-game wins. That's what we're looking for, at least 16 games to win right now to get to it all. The Sweet 16, we got to play aggressive now. Tonight we played a Charlotte's team who did have something to win for. There were some implications for them to have a W. We knew the Knickerbockers were probably not going to play their starting five. However, Mikal Bridges did start the game, so the record streak is alive. The fact that he was able to play is super dope. So the streak is alive. Salute to Buzzer Beater. Que lo que, mi gente. Was good, my guy. So Mikal Bridges' legacy lives on so far for his Iron Man abilities. You also have, today was the birthday of Jose Antonio Alvarado. I don't want to add Antonio, but I guess it gives it that Puerto Rican ring, you know. Antonio. Middle names is always popular in the Rican community, and two last names, just so you know. So I just threw in the last name. Until I find his last name, I'll throw it in there. But happy birthday, Jose Alvarado. Today was his birthday. So you know the boy was going to get a start. He was going to get the minutes with everybody missing out there. I'm surprised Kolek didn't play. But yeah, Busby says FATL. Mama Watkins. Looks like we have more conversating to do, Mama Watkins. Hopefully Steve joins on here super soon. And he gets to put on all the house speakers for Mama Watkins. Because us, the Organic Fanatics, and Mama Watkins got some talking to do. At least for 4 games. At least for 4 W's by the Knicks. After that, you know, you're welcome to join the bandwagon. Offer is still open. The offer is still open for you. I mean, I saved seats for you and your son. I don't know if there's other cheerings. Let us know if there's other cheerings that need accommodations. We'll work it out with the Organic Fanatics. That's what we do here. Salute to you guys. We got the squad in the building. Everybody out here. Let me see. Buzzer beater. Yeah, he says FATL. So it looks like ATL may be it. I think all the games wrap up tonight. We got the 8 o'clock game. So right as we're going now, we got some other teams, which I'll watch the ops a little bit and see what their scores is at. But more than likely, it's ATL. Which that lets you know something, because if Atlanta would have won, that would have gotten him to the 5th spot. And that would have got them going against Cleveland Cavaliers, who lets you know that by them throwing the game, that's them low-key calling us out saying, we'd rather have the Knicks. You think we're an easier win, or you guys would have a better chance with the Knicks than with the Cleveland Cavaliers? Oh, that is right there why we take it personal. But we like it. You know what I'm saying? I vibe with ATL. Listen, we vibe with Atlanta. Atlanta is super dope. We appreciate you. Ever since, you know what I'm saying, Andre and Big Boy went out there and said, you know what I'm saying, the South got something to say. We appreciate that. But not on our watch, though. We appreciate you having something to say. You stand out. We vibe with ATL. ATL real one for that. We appreciate you calling us out. You know what I'm saying? The Big South versus the Big East. You know what I'm saying? The originators were the next where we hand off the relay to. But not today. You guys are going to learn why we the big city. We're about to let y'all know. We're about to get this W against you guys. But we'll talk about it today. Hook Porty has a birthday today, too. Oh, dope. Happy birthday, Hook Porty. So Hook Porty had a birthday playing today. and Jose Alvarado. How dope is that to play on your birthday and take a loss? But they played really hard. They played very, very hard today. I liked the game today, too. It was a dope game. I like the fact that this was a really good game for the bench. So this was a game that Charlotte really needed. Charlotte really needed this game. They had to play and get a W. They were a little more relieved that none of our starters were playing, basically down to even our 6. I don't even think you had Shamet playing. You didn't have Clarkson. I think Clarkson played maybe a little bit of minutes, but even Shamet. So you're talking about our best 6 players didn't play, and it was within 10 the entire game. Phenomenal game. I liked what Mike Brown was doing, or the other coaches, however they figured that out. But the fact that the young guys were playing today against a starting Atlanta team is very good. Machete, answer the call, sir. I can't answer it here, sir. Let me see if I can bring him in here, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see if we can bring him in. Hold on. I'm gonna try something new here for you guys. Hold on a second. Oh, no, that's not it.
Sounds like it's about to go down in here. Going down. New York City. Brooklyn, Staten in the Bronx. Manhattan, Queens, what you want?
Well, appreciate you guys while you guys wait. We're almost done right now. Appreciate you guys. I'm trying to see I can give you guys no crazy props. Salute to M Special in the building, setting it up. We'll be right there.
We want the Knicks. We want the Knicks. We want the Knicks. We want the Knicks.
Okay, mi gente, excepto there.
We are now. Everybody, Machete back in the building. Appreciate Machetazo. Que lo que? Talk to him, sir.
What's going on, peoples? Hey, we took a loss. It is what it is. But welcome to the show, to the Organic Fanatic Show. Good to have you here. Let's talk some Knicks.
Let's go. So, Machete, so before you came on, I was talking a little bit, you know what I'm saying? We was talking, so that Atlanta Hawks, the Atlanta could have, hey, let me know. Appreciate you, Buzz, but I was working on some stuff to see if I could put the intro and if I got to fix some stuff. You guys don't see me fixing that at the end, but I'm here with you. I appreciate you joining. We got it. So we got Machete in the building. Machete, we were talking about Atlanta, by Atlanta basically tanking today, because if they would have won, they would have won the 5th spot, and they would have gone against Cleveland. But then they decided to tank the game and not fight for the 5th spot and go against Cleveland and basically say they would prefer playing the New York Knickerbockers by losing today. What are your thoughts on that, on Atlanta doing that? You think it was ballsy, thought out? You know what I'm saying? You think that they're saying that we're easier out than Cleveland would have been for them? What are your thoughts on that?
I'm sorry. Excuse the orientation of my phone on the. I'm trying to get it right. I'm just trying to get my orientation right real quick.
All right, so I'll get you on that. Hey, and buzzer beater, Sheikah is literally came out of work like seconds ago, driving home. So as he's driving, there may not be the best reception for it, but he should join later. Machete, your thoughts on Atlanta intentionally picking us? Oh, speaking of, the boy heard his name, his ears. Well, hey, how do I say it in Spanish? His ears were ringing. New Knicks, your ears were ringing. They was calling on you. He got his coffee, got his seatbelt on, and he was rolling. He said, I'm Gucci. The chat is asking for you. Let me ask you both here. Now that you're both on, salute to New Knicks.
Salute to the chat. Salute to everybody. Shout outs to you, Machete, everybody out there. We ballin'.
Let's go. Let's talk about it. So the New Knicks, just to put it out there, the last game of the year, 110 to 96. Hornets defeat the New York Knickerbockers. The New York Knickerbockers did not start any of their starting 5. Plus, you have Shamet sat out. Plus, Mitchell Robinson sat out. So basically, everybody sat out. You had Jose Alvarado, Hook Porty, who's both of them their birthday was today. They started today. You had other players, basically, Mo Diawara, a.k.a. Area 51. He played. He started. Hook Porty. So they had other players start. And even with that, the Knicks were within 10 almost the entire game. All the way to the end, the third quarter, uh, your coach, as you call him, Coach Gooch, but he did a great play. They ended up putting Sohan in the game. So they're playing Sohan and Mo Diawara, so Somo, as we like to call him at TOS.
Who was the starting five? My bad. I was at work all day.
Nah, it was Jose Alvarado, Deuce McBride. Who else was it? It was Mo Diawara, Hook Porty. So they had basically our third string players basically start the game. So our third string players basically started the game against Charlotte starters. So even with that, we got it within 3, and then they went on a run, and we fall back basically, but it was almost always a 10-point lead. Closest we got it was within 3 first quarter. After that was by double digits close. And then in the third quarter, after halftime, you saw Gooch. He ended up putting Sohan in the game. And Sohan played a very good game. They had Sohan and Mo Diawara. So yeah, Area 51 and Sohan, so a.k.a. Somo. Sohan and Mo Diawara. It's going to be a new nickname for them, Somo. So Somo was in the game. Sohan and Mo Diawara, they was balling. And they played pretty good. Very defensive squad. You had most of them playing. And nonetheless, we had the young guys playing. So I was saying that I think this was important because this was a game that Charlotte needed. This was basically had playoff intentions for them and where they can land in the ratings. So they needed this game. They came aggressive to play, but that gave our bench players a very good experience. You know, they're playing a team that's fighting for playoffs, so they're getting playoff intensity. They're playing against starters, so they know they have to play a little bit different than I got a quick 2-3 minutes. They got to play 15 hard minutes, aggressive, learn the rotations, learn to make the right shots, learn the right screens, learn to talk and cut, you know what I mean? So I thought it was very good for this team, for this unit. And this is our third unit. Great experience for them going into the playoffs. What are your thoughts about that against the New Knicks, against the young players getting some burn today, against a team that's hungry in the playoffs? Does that benefit them? Does that even matter with them later in the playoffs?
That was something we was asking for a few months back when probably when Alvarado got here, and well, the final piece was Alvarado, so we was calling for, because we were, like I said in the previous pod, we were so predictable that we was asking. I mean, not for the rookies, like all the third string bench to come in, but something different. Yeah, I mean, and yeah, it was good. Maybe the starters even seen something, with that combination. I think it's definitely good for them. It's they need that experience going into the playoffs. He went for a 5-win streak, but being Charlotte, it was definitely a good test, for the final game.
No, I think it was dope. It definitely worked out good. I mean, you got Deuce McBride in 24 minutes. Deuce McBride had 21 points, 1 assist, 3 rebounds. He was 8 of 15, 1 steal, 4 of 7 from the 3. So he was balling out there. He was -1. Jose Alvarado got some minutes. He had 33 minutes, had 16 points, but 7 assists for Jose, 5 rebounds. He had a rough shooting night, but he had 1 block and 2 steals. Even with that, Alvarado is still giving that dog mentality, still giving the intangibles. Let me see what else here. Hook Porty, 30 minutes. He had 8 points, 1 assist, 9 rebounds. Diawara had 33 minutes, and he was only 5 points, 6 assists, 4 rebounds. He was 2 of 9. So that was tough for him on
What?
there.
30 minutes and he got 5 points.
Yeah, that was a tough one.
That's kind of low bearing fruit for Mo.
Yeah, he
had
to definitely do better. He could have done better. I think it was forcing. He was forcing. Yeah.
I mean, when you got OG and Bridges stepping off, and Mo comes in, you're definitely expecting something way better.
Yeah.
Maybe it was a slump game for him, but he should have definitely showed something. You
Yo,
know,
let me show you what Sohan got though. Sohan played 19 minutes. Sohan had 12 points, 5 assists, 6 rebounds, 4 of 9, 2 of 2 from the free throw, 2 of 6 for 3-pointers. So Mo played all right.
nice,
I mean Sohan, not Mohan. Sohan. Sohan played that was in 19
nice.
minutes. Your thoughts, Machete, on the third stringers coming in, playing against the starters against Charlotte. Does that mean something? Does that help us in the playoff? Does that get them in the right mindset to be ready should we need them in the playoffs?
Absolutely, 100%. First of all, I want to shout out to Melvin the Kid because we were popping and going back and forth on the chat, and he was saying that we were going to lose because we didn't play our starters naturally, and Charlotte came to play. Excuse me, I get that gum out my mouth because that's unprofessional. But anyways, Charlotte came to play, and we really didn't need this win. You know, we already had our division locked. You know, we already have the third seed, third place rather. And Charlotte needed to secure this win to get into like the sixth seed, so that they didn't have to do the play-in, contend for the play-in. And more than likely, it looks like we're going to play Atlanta. But it was great that we didn't play any of the starters. He rested them. Mikal Bridges played 23 seconds. Hey, could you mute your mic? Thanks. I can't even hear myself with you guys in there making all that racket in the background. What's wrong with you? And so Mikal Bridges played, this was a 638th game. He played 23 seconds, but he rested, Mike Brown rested all the starters, which was, good. We don't want anybody getting hurt. And all the backup guys, Alvarado played really great. He hit I think he hit like 4 of 9 threes or something like that. It was like 40%. He shot really good. He took a couple of shots to the face from Ball. Pause.
Pause.
But LaMelo Ball was playing him a little bit dirty. He elbowed him in the jaw a couple of times there, and he smacked him in the eye. But Alvarado stood there
Playoff basketball.
Like a pit bull, shook it off like the little pit bull that he is, and hit a couple of threes. He played great, and it was great to see that Mike Brown was he's gonna play his 9 guys, right? His starters and his backup guys. He's gonna probably break it down to 9 guys he's gonna play. But of the guys who played tonight, Alvarado, Diawara, Sohan, these guys they did had great minutes in a little bit of time that he played them, and it was good to see. It was an intelligent move. Nobody got hurt. We lost the game okay, but a lot of the bench guy McCullough played great. He hit a couple of threes. It was a great game. Even it was a great loss. But even I would have liked to have seen us won that last game in MSG and have seen Mike Brown go out like that. But shouts out to Melvin the Kid. You won your bet. Hope you make your money on the other side.
Yeah, New Knicks. And speaking of that, good call, Machete McCullard, who hasn't got Matt Byrne, who's basically what they say the beta version of Josh Hart. McCullard had 14 points, 1 assist, 2 rebounds. What else did he have? And 2 steals. He was 2 for 6 for 3-pointers. So he did good. He's someone that I like. Him and Jeremy Sohan are that they can just give you, like, in a game that you need something. Like they're 2 dudes that you could put in and they're gonna give you something, a dive, a block, a rebound, something that's gonna impact the game. And those 2 spark plugs are something good to have. Clarkson, everybody else was all right, but your confidence on this going into the Atlanta. So we got this W. It is what it is. These players did good. You know what they're gonna give. I was telling Machete. So Atlanta could have played tonight against Miami. They could have suited up and won this, and that would have got them to the 5th position, New Knicks. So I would have got Atlanta to 5th, and that would have got them playing Cleveland. But they chose to bench everybody and lose the game to the Heat to play the Knicks. Basically saying we want the Knicks, just like the fans say, and thinking that we're easy out. They chose us thinking that we were easier out than Cleveland. What are your thoughts on that?
First of all, they pussy. Cause they probably
Out the gate.
they scared as shit. They scared as shit of Cleveland, and for y'all niggas, yo, listen, y'all forget we got the illest starting squad, not in the East, but starting five. When we got our shit going, that we the unstoppable five. So, and one thing about New York, them dogs in the starting five, when them lights get bright, the courts get hotter. And
Yeah,
my niggas be scorching it up. So go ahead and think is fucking roses and fucking berries over here. Oh look, speaking of fruits and berries,
Thinking shit is sweet out here? Okay. Machete eating healthy. He's frozen on his healthy lunch. Salute to, let me go to the chat while we get Machete back in the building. Salute to Buzzerbeat in the building. Salute to you, my guy. We got Humberto de la O says,
salute.
Humberto says, shit happens. Knicks want to play whoever. We ain't scared. We ain't dugging. We ain't dodging. None of that. We ain't scared. Buzzerbeater says, hit that like button and subscribe. I mean, what? You got to be told that? We gotta explain to you these things. It's like wiping your feet when you come in.
Smack, smack, smack that like button.
You know what I'm saying? What we talking about? What up? What up? What up, my
Subscribe.
people?
Get
Go ahead. What he saying? What he saying?
yo, subscribe. Hit that like button. Hit the all notifications. I might pull back up in Orlando sometime. Hey, as a matter of fact, I'm in Lake Mary tomorrow.
Johnny, are you
But
ready? You ready, Johnny?
you never know when we can pop up and go live from the basketball court.
Listen, I'm probably gonna
Never know.
I'm probably gonna live stream getting a basketball just to have it ready because they, he ain't gonna have when he's at work, so I gotta have a basketball ready. So that way, no Johnny has no excuses. We just go pick him up. Emergency hoop, live stream. Let's go. $20. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be rolling. We're gonna be gambling. $20.
We taking all bets. Cash App the new Knicks. Yeah, I mean
Hey,
we'll be taking all bets.
let's go. Winner take all. Cash App. We have the new Knicks Cash App. Johnny Cash App. Winner take all. Y'all bet. You can put all your money up on that. Who y'all got? Over unders, all of that good stuff. Salute to Misery Loves Company from the ATL. Who Misery Loves Company? Hey, listen, Atlanta. Listen,
So, is this the first time here?
Misery was in the last live. Misery was on the last live for sure. We appreciate Misery Loves Company
Okay,
here.
okay. Salute. Welcome to
Yer.
the TOF.
Yeah, salute to Misery Loves Company on there. Umberto says the Knicks didn't play to win. Listen, I'm not mad at this. The fact, I mean, they didn't play to win. I think that.
I mean,
Go ahead, Ninex. I mean, this is our third string.
if third string, yeah, go ahead.
Now, we had our third string, and our third string had it within 10 the entire game. They couldn't have a run because they don't have that one guy, and they're making sure that they live.
Yo. Back that mic up a little bit. That's just making me uncomfortable, bro. Back that shit up, bro.
Fuck it.
Yo, back.
I just want to make sure, as long as y'all can hear me, I'm good with that.
Yeah, we can hear you. Just back that shit up. Pause. Damn, son, you all in that mic,
I want to
bro.
make sure it's clarity. Pause. Y'all can, as long as
Yo, back up, and you're getting closer. Back the fuck up, bro.
I don't know. Can you hear me?
Shit.
There you go. Is that better?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Is that better? Can you?
Yeah, that's good. As long as it's in the bottom corner of your fucking screen. That shit was like all up over here, sir. What was that? That shit was on your glasses, bro. Pause. Oh, yo.
Oh shit.
Yo, Yo, that was horrible.
Oh my god. Listen, leave it to my brother.
Yo, you just make me uncomfortable. Y'all
Yeah.
niggas just make niggas uncomfortable with shit, B.
Hey, I'm trying. This is a new setup, bro. All right, I got it. Back the mic up. Don't keep that.
Nigga, take the fucking
Oh shit.
circumcise your mic so you can hear yourself. Take that. Whoa, pause. Hey, you,
Yo, you stupid.
yo, fuck.
Nigga, circumcise your mic.
Yo, what the fuck, bro? That
Oh,
shit's
shit.
crazy, bro. Look, I got my elbow up like that shit. I'm blocking something that doesn't even exist, but damn. Fucking A, bro. Y'all niggas
Oh,
is
shit.
wild with it, bro.
Hey, listen, I told we give you lefts here. We don't we don't give you facts and figures. If you're allergic to laughing,
Forgive my family,
uh,
bro. Forgive my
uh,
family. They don't represent me all the way like 100. Yeah, I mean
oh shit.
yeah, I mean
Hey, listen.
they thoughts and their views and their opinions and their gestures
Don't start putting that shit
it
on air.
belongs to them. It does not
Uh,
has no part of the new Knicks. Thank you.
hey.
Exclude me.
Hey yo. Appreciate you guys. Nonetheless, we wilding out. So salute to Misery Loves Company who sparked this whole conversation. Salute to you and Angela in the building. Mad ambulances. I need all of them. You Knicks needs a couple ambulance.
I throwing them for me, not for you. That them
uh,
shits ain't for you. Trust and believe. That them
uh,
shits is for me.
help me. All right. So did you find that disrespectful at all? Or I mean, it don't matter. To be honest, listen, it didn't matter who the Knicks play anyway.
But what? My bad. What Umberto said that we wasn't playing to win. I mean, I I could take that L because if he started the third string and it's good. It's good just to keep the knife sharp. You know what I mean? Because it's the last game of the season, so it was a good risk to take. It was a good loss. Yeah, I mean, I ain't gonna give Gooch no credit because it was probably an assistant's idea. But
Hey, probably. Listen, that was
you know,
go ahead, you next.
no, I'm just saying, like, shout out to the assistant that gave Gooch the idea.
You ain't giving him credit for that. Somebody else gave it to him.
Hell no,
Uh,
hell for a fact, that nigga hasn't had one creative idea.
I mean, for this and Humberto, I think this was actually a play to win, not to win this game, but to win the playoffs. Because there's gonna be a game, there's gonna be a series where something happens, and you're gonna have to rely on one person. Sometimes it could be the most randomest person in your team. Someone gets sick, injury. You never know who it is. And by having this game with these players who don't get much burn, to give them this kind of a quality of a game to play against the Charlotte.
McCullough, you you said McCullough. Look at McCullough was going through a little slump, and to hear that he could back Josh up and come back in and be that one little spark that we saw throughout the season. Yeah, I mean, this is what we definitely needed. We need the bench and the third string to stay sharp, and that's just like on the last game. It's just like taking your old knives to the sharpening shit. Yeah, I mean, because like my brother said, eh, God forbid, but anything can happen. So we need everybody to be 1,000% ready and playing against starters, especially Charlotte. Charlotte is no joke. Charlotte's been on a run for I don't know how long.
At least a
LaMelo
month.
Ball, when he's on fire, he's scorching. Like the other two young niggas that's on there, like they got a good squad. Yeah, I mean, and for our bench to be playing them and holding it down, they didn't take a. I mean, even our starters have taken a 20, 30 point deficit. So for them to hold it down to a 10 point, I'll take it.
Porty played 30 minutes. He got 8 points and 1 assist. Diawara played 33 minutes, 5.6 rebound. I mean 5.6 assists. So he was doing other things which are good, but they played 30 minutes. And you got McCullough who probably hasn't played. McCullough probably hasn't played in maybe 24, 25 games plus. He's been at least a quarter of his season gone. And he came in 24 minutes, gave you 14 points, 1 assist, You know what I'm saying? He gave you 2 steals, 2 3-pointers. And not playing in 24 games in a game like this to be able to perform and give you those minutes it's a good sign. It's a good sign for Mike Brown to be like, yo, I could throw this kid in whatever series and he's going to give me something. You know what I mean? So I like him. Padcom Dadier, 27 minutes, 12 points. Sohan, 19 minutes, 12 points. So those other players that typically haven't gotten burned, Hook Porter's used to minutes, the Awara's used to minutes, so they should be almost ready to produce at that level. And they struggled, and you got these other players who are just coming in and still were able to come in. You know what I mean?
You know what?
Hold on.
Listen, Atlanta. Listen. Measure was on the last live. Measure was on the last live for sure. We appreciate Measure.
Sounds like it's about to go down in here. Going down. New York City, NYC, Borough.
Machete, mute your mic. You're welcome to
Brooklyn, Staten, and the Bronx. Manhattan, Queens, what you want? We want the Knicks. We want the Knicks. We want the Knicks. We want the Knicks. Brooklyn, Staten, and the Bronx. Manhattan, Queens, what you want? We want the Knicks. We want the Knicks. We want the Knicks. We want the Knicks.
Dealing with some technical joints, but like I was telling the chat, I don't know if you heard me, but I think there's a good prep to stepping into the playoffs and getting ready to open the rotation. Yeah, I mean, because like I was saying, Indiana and all the teams that went far in the playoffs and then even to the championship, went into depth, at least 10 to 11 men. So.
All right, so we got the idea that the young guys got some burn, that the young guys are getting used to something. But to be honest, most of these guys are not going to get burned. This was a great experience for them to be ready, to understand, to stay ready. I mean, it's possible. I mean, more than likely, it's going to be an 8 and 9 man rotation, but there will be a series. Go ahead.
I think them assistant coaches are really drilling it into Mike Gooch's head. Yo, listen, we're gonna need everybody.
Tibbs got
in
fired
order to go far. Yeah, I mean,
Tibbs got fired last year. If you don't add these young ones, you don't want to be.
I mean, this is what you were brought here to do. Open it up and let. Bro, you got to understand, when we're playing against the faster teams, which are the younger guys, we should implement some youth into the lineup. Yeah, I mean, strategically. Yeah, I mean, because we're gonna need younger, faster legs to keep up with the rest of the squads. Yeah, I mean, OKC is young. They're the reigning champs. Fucking Detroit, young and running. You feel what I'm saying? So.
And not for nothing. There's a game that the Knicks played. The last time we played Atlanta, earlier in the year, like 2025, you had McCullard play against that team and scored like 24 points on that game.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. When I think Josh Hart was injured. Josh Hart was injured, and they implemented McCullard, and he was playing crazy defense. He was lighting it up, and he got the compliment to that.
He won player of the game. Didn't he get player of the game that time too? The defensive.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
no,
I'm pretty sure he did.
Looking for it now, so I'm just trying to.
I think he hit like 7 threes. I know he was on fire from the threes that game.
I'm looking. So he played another one where he had 16 minutes, no points, but he had 6 assists, he had 5 rebounds, and nothing else in that game. So that'll be a different one before that. But nonetheless, you're seeing that McCullard can impact the game. You're seeing a Jeremy Sohan who didn't get much minutes, but he played really good today. If you watch him, and this is against a taller, faster, young team, Charlotte, which is a pretty good similarity to what Atlanta is. You know what I mean? Atlanta's got a lot of 6'10 players, agile, fast, quick, young. This was a pretty good experience for them when they play Atlanta. What are your thoughts on that?
And and you know what else I was thinking? This is definitely seeing where God damn, my thoughts come in and out so quick. Pause. Uh, bro, I mean, these guys, bro. Listen, they he was brought here to open up that rotation. We're gonna have to see them. And Sohan, Alvarado, Mo Diawara, everybody has to be ready to step up and really like, you know what I mean?
Let me, and that last game, the one I'm looking at now, we played them in December. Atlanta versus New York
Damn, I
Knicks.
had a good
And
point.
you come back to it. I don't come back to you. So in that game, the Knicks, you're talking about McCullard and how he can impact, and you were talking about opening the rotation with all these other players, Sohan, McCullard, and to how they can impact
Yeah,
the game. In the last
don't
time,
worry, it'll come back.
the last time we played them, this was in December. We played them and we won 128 to 125 against Atlanta. We had 33 points in the first quarter. They had 27. We had 35 in the second, 30 in the third, 30 in the fourth. So in that game, we had 30 each across the board. You had Karl Anthony Towns that played 29 minutes. Karl Anthony Towns in that game had 36 points, 1 assist, 15 rebounds. So he played good. Brunson played 37 minutes, had 34 points. So our 1-2 combo was really good in that Atlanta game. OG only had 15 points. Mikal Bridges had 14. But that's the game that McCullard played 23 minutes. McCullard had 13 points, 2 assists, 8 rebounds. He had 2 steals, 3 of 6 from 3 points, 2 of 5 from the 3 pointers. So he played really good in that game, and that's when that I think that he got the game ball that they put him in the back for defensive player that game. So he, as you to your point, Unix, that he can have an impact, especially even in this series against Atlanta. He impacted the last game against Atlanta about 2 games ago, and then so you have players that can affect the team by winning. Is basically what we're going down to. Machete, your thoughts on the rookies playing, their impact, them versus Atlanta? What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I mean, it's like I said, it was good to see them play because we didn't play any of our starters. But I mean, as far as the rookies playing, we probably won't see them in a playoff against Atlanta. It was good that they got some minutes in case somebody got hurt. When we could utilize them. It's really basically the coaching staff playing. We were playing guys to see who they can trust later on in the future in case we need them, just in case. So that's why we played them tonight. We really didn't need to play it because we didn't have any starters to play. So that's why we played the rookies. But I'm looking at Deuce McBride's number. He had a really good game tonight. And in the last game against Atlanta, I'm looking. He played almost 20 minutes. He had 6 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal. He was 2 of 6 from the field goal range. He was 2 of 5 from 3 pointers, and he had 1 defensive rebound, 1 turnover, and two personal fouls, and he was a he was a +2 against the Hawks, and we beat them 108, 105 in Atlanta. That's what I'm looking at. Yeah, rookies played is great. That the coaching staff got to see what we could get from them in case we need them, right? And these guys were also playing for their, to show the coach that, yo, hey, coach, keep me on the squad next year or bring me back for training camp. McCullough, one of those examples. Diawara played great, right? Even Dadier played good defense. You also saw that why the coach doesn't play them because the shots weren't going in. But then again, this is a group of guys. Those last group of guys that played were guys that you know never played together before on a professional game. You know what I mean? Even in a regular season like that, given minutes like that. So they're not used to playing. The chemistry still has to build, but they did great, and they're building confidence with one another. But that's like playing. It was like playing a whole brand new rookie team. It was like if Mike Brown had to start the team the year off with a brand new squad, right? That's what it looked like. But I'm just hoping that the guys, the 9 guys, the 9 or 10 guys that we do end up playing, that they're still healthy, and that we'll do well against Atlanta.
I think I definitely agree with Mike. Mike kind of uh, said what I was trying to say. Like since the squad that we had that we just put in there, the starters, it's like the coaches are, since they haven't had enough time with us, they're like studying them and seeing what are their high points and where they could be able to like execute and help us. Uh, you know, statistic wise. Yeah, I mean, just basically giving their last final study for the guys that haven't been here to see where their strong suit is in order to help out. Even though I mean they all listen. Everybody that's on the New York Knicks has been a great pickup and a great addition to the team. We don't have no weak links in the chain. I feel from 1 to 15. I think every position is solid. I think every backup is solid. I think every backup to the backup is solid, and they definitely bring in forks and knives to the table because it's time to eat.
Let's go.
Yeah, I mean it's crash out season. Crash out season part 3.
Let's go.
Yeah, I mean go get your helmets. There you go, forks and knives. You see the boy. So like I said, I'm out here. I'm about to go cop me a helmet and get ready for crash out season because we ready to take on these crash dummies.
Salute to Mr. Love's Company. He said, Wifey just got games to game 3. He already got tickets to game 3, and that's the tickets you want to get right there.
Nice, yo, congrats.
That's the game you want to go
Shout
to.
out, shout out to Wifey. Yeah, I mean, there it is.
Hey, if you ain't married like that, that's why you get a wifey, boy. Wifey got holding it down. She doing a thing out there. Salute to Wifey. Misery loves company, boy. And he's got his company. He may be misery, but he got his company.
Hey, for next year,
She's a keeper.
yeah, definitely. For next year, once we hit 500 subs, we're gonna have the merch out there. But I just came up with another idea. We're gonna have some TOF flags. TOF on one side and the
put that on the
Knicks
chat, man.
on the other.
Don't be giving the idea out, man. We'll talk about that in the chat. Don't be giving out the recipe. Giving out
Nah, but hey, this is documented, so I mean. So when our people are out there in the thing, they could be waving their TOF flags.
To Machete's point, Buzzer Beater says McCullough, Diawara, and Dottie ain't need consistent minutes. I think that's what you're talking about there. That they ain't got that much time playing. But listen, what kind of minutes are these? These were amazing minutes for these players against a team that was fighting for the playoffs, fighting for the play-ins with that energy. I think this was huge minutes for them that you can't teach in a practice. You can't teach them going against, the starters. You can't teach them that in the G League. This is a different scenario that they wouldn't get normally, and I think they played very good. So again, salute to Jose Alvarado. Happy birthday, Damon Huck Porter.
I definitely agree. I think
Happy birthday, Jose Alvarado.
It was a great time for these guys to like solidify and make a statement. You feel what I'm saying? Like show out, and hopefully they did that. And I know they definitely gonna get busy for the playoffs.
Yeah, like you were talking about their minutes well, and you had Bridges played 23 seconds. Diawara played 31 minutes, 31 seconds.
They say,
hey, his streak is still alive. His streak of consistently playing.
Hey, 20.
They said it was 638 games, but I'm gonna say 637
hey, he
games.
He earned that, bro. He
earned that. Yo, he did not. That nigga gets his day. He was there. If he was on the court for tip off, I don't care. If it was 5 seconds, it could,
Last
Mitch could have hit the
last
ball in
year,
the air and he called timeout before he called the ball.
hey,
You're gonna
last
get
year when
that
he
man
did
his
that,
flowers.
last year when he did that, it was 6 seconds. This year it was 23 seconds.
Hey, salute
Hey,
to
he
him for.
deserves one fucking day, my nigga.
Hey, that's a
The nigga
PTO.
deserves. The
No,
nigga deserves.
they definitely
Hey,
deserve the rest.
Bridges. Fuck,
They all
fuck what
earned it.
Machete talking about, Bridges. Great shit. Enjoy your day off. 23 seconds. Hell of a 23
They all
seconds.
deserve
You
their
went out with
time
zero,
off.
zero, zero, zero,
But
zero, but that was the best
the
zero.
point is the point is to the other guys' minutes. Do you want 31 minutes, 31 seconds? Huck Porty, 25 minutes in this game. It was like Mel said. It was like Mel said. It's not. It wasn't an important game for us. We don't need to play the starters. The bench guys got Alvarado 31 minutes, 21 seconds. Happy birthday. He got what 13 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 steal, 1 block. He had was 5 for 12 and 3 of 6 for 3. And he did good. He had 5 rebounds. He had 2 offensive and 3 defensive rebounds and only 1 turnover. Happy motherfucking birthday, motherfucker. And okay, McBride only played what? 24 minutes. Got his 21 points. 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal. He was 8 of 15 from the field goal, 4 of 7 from 3 point. He was one. He had one of his 3 pointers, free throws rather. He had what was it? I said 2 offensive rebounds, 1 defensive rebound, and one. Then the other guys like Clarkson. Clarkson, what did he do? He had 15 minutes, played 2 points, 3 rebounds. Then they sat him. They didn't play those guys, right? So then the Clarkson, the Dottier, and the Sohans. Those are the guys that we're going to see in the playoff. They're going to be the guys at the end of the bench that we're going to see in the playoff because these are the guys, the Alvarados, the Clarksons, the Dottiers, and the Sohans. So that's what the ammunition we got going in right now against Atlanta, dog. We got it. We got it. I ain't worried about it. It's going to be a good game. It's going to be a great series. It's Atlanta. We got to get the get back. And who's been resting? Who's been resting, waiting for the Atlanta boy? Because he loves to fucking play fucking Atlanta. Who am I talking about? Big motherfucking Mitch fucking Rob. That's who I'm fucking talking about, bro. All right? So we got him in the motherfucking squad in the motherfucking house. Bring it, motherfucker. It's going to be what? Barbecue
All
chicken.
right, so the.
Hey,
Good.
my bad. I remember what I was gonna say. All right, so the coaching staff knows what they're gonna get from Jordan Clarkson. They know what they're gonna get from Shamit. They know what they're gonna get from all the starters. So I think that's why they put in those bench just to learn them, and
Okay. All right.
that's
Good.
it.
So here we go. I got the playoff picture. I'm gonna tell you who's playing, what's playing, what team, everything. Here we go. The playoff picture is in the building. So the play-in game. This is for the fight for the number 8 seed from the East Coast. You have the Charlotte Hornets who just beat us tonight against the Miami Heat. They're fighting for the 8th place. Whoever wins out of that game, which I believe is on Tuesday, they play the number 1 seed Detroit. How does that? Just quick takes off each one. Miami versus Charlotte. Who do you think is the winner of that one?
Charlotte.
Charlotte.
Y'all think Charlotte beats Miami for the play-in?
Hell yeah.
That's a tough one.
Wait,
Hell yeah.
slow down, slow down,
Hold on.
slow down, slow down.
Miami Heat.
Come on, real quick. This quick. Let's
Let him
not
think
put
about
too
it.
much thought in.
Let him
Yeah,
get.
you're talking about a brand new coach in Charlotte.
You tell me.
Guys who are still the third youngest team in the NBA that hasn't been to the playoff against it's Miami. We don't like the Heat.
Okay.
All right.
That's what I'm
But we're
asking.
still talking about Coach Spo. You still talk. I mean, they probably don't have the depth that fucking Charlotte has though. Cause Charlotte's been on a
Bro,
fucking tear, bro. They
Char-
Charlotte.
you
He
see.
got so excited.
Hey, Charlotte, they've been on. Charlotte has been on a hot streak. They not losing to the Heat, bro.
This one's a tough one.
LaMelo Ball is gonna destroy whoever he got in front of him.
That was something else I wanted to ask you before I fucking dropped my phone in my salad. When you were asking about Atlanta and the Knicks, we have the home court advantage, right?
We have home court advantage.
And I'm set.
All right. Well, and we're gonna go to that. We're gonna go
Nigga,
to
even if we didn't, nigga.
Well, we're gonna finish off. We're gonna finish off with the Knicks in Atlanta. We're gonna talk about it.
Go ahead.
So Miami versus Charlotte. You think
Charlotte?
Okay, and listen, and this
In Atlanta.
Who you got?
Machete. We're gonna go per game.
Charlotte.
Okay. Why you got Charlotte?
Who you got?
I got an upset. I got Miami Heat winning that.
All right, get the fuck out of here. Go to the next squad, because I don't even want to talk to you right now. All right, fuck it. Go.
Well, we got to talk.
No, you're not even.
Hold on, but let me.
No, you should be suspended. You should be suspended.
Let him give his reasoning. Let me give you the reasoning.
Fuck.
Listen. If there's a game that this is where the passing of the torch would happen. If this is truly the next generation,
Johnny, I hope you're listening.
If this is truly the next generation for Charlotte must win this game, and this is where the passing of the torch, where the new generation and the next generation comes. It comes down to this game, and I'm going to tell you that that clearly. It definitely. I believe Charlotte could win. I definitely believe Charlotte could win. However,
Charlotte wins in 5, my nigga. Charlotte wins in 5.
The difference here, the only difference here is, and I agree with Machete, this is an actually very good game because you have a seasoned old school vet coach who's been around a long time, plenty of playoffs. I hate the Heat, but I'm trying to be fair and biased here and honest. You got a coach who's been
Spoelstra hasn't done nothing.
Let me just.
And the culture, it's trash, bro. It's just like Johnny. It's like Johnny Blaze, bro. It's trash.
I'm just trying to be fair. I'm saying they have the experience and the know-how.
Charlotte is young. Charlotte is outrunning the Heat 5-1. That's what that's it. Fuck the Heat.
Charlotte got the top 2 3-point shooters in the NBA.
It's a one game.
Exactly.
It's not a series. It's a one game. Winner takes all.
One game?
It's one game.
Oh, no, that's simple.
Winner takes all.
Oh, I thought it was 5 games. My bad.
One game. This is...
No, Charlotte is going to bust their ass by like 30 points.
I got Miami 132-128. I think Miami wins. And listen, and I want Charlotte. Don't get it twisted. I really want Charlotte to win, but Miami is always a tough out. For a one gamer, if it was a series, I give it a Charlotte. If I'm gonna be honest, if it's a series, I give it a Charlotte. A one gamer.
Oh, listen.
I don't know if they know the moment. I don't know if they know the moment.
That 83 band bullshit, bro. Y'all gas, bro.
Nah, listen.
The Heat is an old ass team, bro.
I agree. Which is why I'm saying
Charlotte should.
Charlotte should. This is me understanding basketball. I think Miami's gonna win. My hopes is for Chicago.
All right, look. You bring this playoff shit, and
I'll tell you why. Because
bro, why are we talking this?
We're just talking.
Hold
on, both of you. Hold on, New Knicks. The point of the show is we're gonna talk about the playoffs, or other people want to see where it comes down to who we win, because you got to see the other opponents on who you're gonna go through to win to the finals. This is
first of all, that's the bottom of the team. We ain't even talking. We shouldn't even be talking about these niggas.
This is okay.
Go ahead. Go to the next one.
Machete,
all right, but I don't want to spend 10 minutes talking on each fucking dude.
That's what we're doing. Go ahead, Machete. Why were you saying Charlotte? All right.
Nah. Hey, who's next? I said
76ers with no Embiid.
Are you writing this down?
Hold on. We can recording. We can screenshot. Relax, guys. New Knicks, calm down, bro. You just came out of work. It's just a quick yes or no. 76ers with no Embiid who just had surgery.
No Joel Embiid.
Noah
Nah,
Joel
fuck out
Embiid,
of
who
here.
just had a surgery. Podcast P, who's taking supplements. Them versus
Done.
the Orlando Magics.
They
Bruh,
done.
they're done.
Cool. Give me a name.
Orlando.
Magic got it.
Orlando wins. Like
Okay, I got that too. Then
Detroit, like
Orlando to
ain't doing.
Miami goes down to. So that means
Uh,
Orlando versus Boston then. So that means Orlando would face Boston at number 2. Orlando looks good against Boston. They match up very well against Boston. I would.
all right, we haven't gotten there yet because you haven't. All right, you going ahead. All right, who's next
I'm
on the
giving
board,
because
bro?
it's those two to play the number 2 and the number 1 seed.
All right, but who's Boston playing? You
I
already
just
going to the third match.
if you calm down and enjoy the cigarette and listen to I'll tell you.
No, the coffee
7
got
and
me
8.
speeding.
Well, 7 and 8 is 76ers versus Orlando. Whoever wins from them plays Boston, which is that's what I was saying. So if you said Orlando beats 76ers, then Orlando would advance and play the Boston Celtics. Whoever wins out of
All right, but
Charlotte
who
and
does
Miami,
Boston play? Who does Boston play?
nobody. They're 1 and 2 seeds. They wait for these losers to play because they're so far ahead.
Okay,
The
okay.
first and 2 seeds.
All
So
right.
they got to let the bumps play.
Okay, so Orlando plays Boston. Okay.
If 76ers if they beat the 76ers, then they would play Boston in the series. That's a 1 game. So that's going to happen on Tuesday. So if Orlando beats 76ers, they would be playing Boston in a series for the first round. Then you have the Charlotte Hornets and Miami, who you said Charlotte Hornets. So according to New Knicks, and I believe, I think they should, you would have Charlotte versus Detroit. Charlotte, Detroit. Is that something that Detroit should just run over Charlotte?
Hell no. Charlotte's gonna give them a little run for their money. It's not gonna be no
You think 5 or 6?
Detroit is physical.
You think 5 or 6?
Detroit is physical. Huh?
Charlotte and
Detroit just
Detroit.
took care of them. Detroit just took care of them.
Shit,
Man.
listen. I wouldn't put it past Charlotte putting Detroit to sleep.
You think they would beat them?
It might go 7.
So you got
I'm
high.
not saying they'll win, but
So you've been hoping
it's gonna be a long series.
you've been having a lot of high hopes. You've been talking a lot of positivity with Charlotte. You've been with the LaMelo Ball
I
movement.
fucks with LaMelo. I fuck
I-
with their young squad.
That's what I'm asking because you've been fucking with the squad. You've been seeing the squad. Brandon Knight, the number 2 guard, young cat. He's been a little injured, but he's nice. You got Bridges. You got Diabate, who's a young cat they're using as a center. So they got a these are those squad. Knipple, who's more than likely the rookie of the year.
Listen,
Who's probably
They
the
got
rookie
the
of
When
number.
Lama-
They got the top
when,
two.
when
They got like the top 2 or 3 3-point shooters on that squad between
yeah,
Knipples
but when
and Ball.
LaMelo's
moves the
trash,
ball.
he's trash.
Yeah, he's an asshole. I don't like the way he popped Jose Alvarado in the mouth today. Fuck him on the ball.
Hey, M Special,
Boy,
I'm looking at the actual chart that the NBA put out as far as the playoffs. I'm looking at the actual chart that they. So yes, we do know only because I'm looking at the chart. So I'm looking directly from that. So okay, so you think Charlotte could give them a run and probably upset them? Machete, Charlotte and Detroit, because you think Charlotte would be.
I pick Detroit. I think Detroit will win the series. I pick Detroit.
That's what I'm saying. You think Charlotte would take them to
Detroit.
6 to take them to 5 or 6?
But they gonna be gassed for their next series. Detroit will be gassed
So,
for their next series.
You think Charlotte could take them in 6 to 6 games or 7 games?
No, I think Detroit wins in probably 6 or 7.
So okay, so Charlotte could take them 6. You think so? Charlotte could get 2 games. You think Charlotte could get 2 games out of Detroit?
No, 3. I think they could get 3.
So then it'll be a
If
7
they go
game.
6,
So that's what I'm saying. So you think it's a game 7? You think Charlotte could take them to game 7?
yeah.
Okay, that's Diesel. That's Diesel. Machete, what are your thoughts on how far Charlotte can go against the Detroit Pistons?
Well, Charlotte's gonna get that far with Detroit. I think Detroit take him to 6. And it's like Munich said, they'll get built. Detroit will be gassed out. But I don't think that they have the playoff experience. Detroit, we took it to them last year, and they have plenty of experience. That's for sure. And we might see them. So that's why I say Detroit over Charlotte.
Listen, I ain't scared of nobody.
give a fuck.
I don't care who.
Not nobody.
I don't give a fuck. Look, I'm glad everybody's healthy. I don't want no excuses. I don't want nothing. When we run through everybody, we're gonna be like David running down through all Goliath, all the Philistines. We don't care. We're gonna run through all of you, take names, and then we want no excuses when we win this chip. Y'all got it? We're gonna be the first team to win the in-season tournament and win a championship same year. It's happening this year, just so y'all know. FYI.
Fact.
FYI.
That's a fact.
Orlando, I
It
think
was said here.
it will say TOF said it first, just so you know. So they'll be like, we never heard of any other
I mean,
podcast.
we said it. We said it when they won the cup.
Even before that,
Yeah,
we
I
said at
mean-
the beginning of the season. So just in case y'all know, we've been calling it.
Facts.
Okay. So listen, so Charlotte, I think can give Detroit a run for the money. I agree with you. I think Detroit takes it in 6 if it's Charlotte. Miami is, I don't know. Miami's always the dark horse. I can't stand them, but I got, they're a dark horse for me.
Yeah.
And listen, and you're right. Charlotte should.
I mean, but if Miami plays Detroit, if Miami wins and they play Detroit, that I'll give it to them. That'll be that'll
go 7.
definitely go to 7 as well.
Yeah.
Either or, Charlotte or Miami.
Yeah. I think Charlotte is a different look. Like Charlotte, like you said, they're the next gen. They match up with them. They're a young team.
And like you said, Orlando and Boston
Don't sleep.
Orlando is definitely a great matchup for Boston.
Don't sleep. They're gonna give Boston a run. Listen, as a matter of fact,
Run.
they've won most of their matchups with Boston. I think they're like 3-1 against Boston. So if Orlando gets against Boston, listen, down goes Frazier. Don't be surprised at all that hype and Orlando comes out of nowhere. That'll be a tough one. And then you got Cleveland and Toronto. I think Cleveland runs away with that. Toronto's been a little disappointing all year.
Yeah.
Unless RJ, listen.
Hey,
Go ahead.
Hey, did you see that picture of Jalen Brunson putting the Toronto Raptors in the cuna?
No, I just.
Oh man, I didn't send it to the chat.
You gotta send that.
Wow,
That's hilarious.
it's so,
Yeah, we won 5 in a row.
that is
We won 5 in a row with them, and the last 12 against Toronto. So if they beat Cleveland, that's only better for us. That would be phenomenal.
yo. Look at the chat. Look at the chat. Look at the chat real quick.
That's hilarious. Wildin'. No,
Yo, you got Brunson putting the Raptors to sleep with their little little blankie.
So Cleveland, Toronto. I don't know. I think Cleveland wins. I think that's gonna be too easy.
Cleveland,
Unless, listen, this is the year. This would have to be the year for a breakout Emmanuel Quickly and RJ Barrett. They rested them. If you can get a 30 piece out of, you don't think RJ and IQ can impact it against Cleveland? Okay. Listen, I can't be mad at you because I haven't seen it this year either. If they had a couple of games,
Hold on,
maybe.
didn't Cleveland pick up Harding?
Yeah, they got Harden.
I mean, he's a loser, but he's a problem loser.
He's a loser, but he's a winner.
He's a loser, but he got some firepower. He going down shooting, boy.
Hey, that's all he do, boy. He's chucking, he's shooting everything, and his assist game is probably the scarier part.
Even when that nigga go to sleep, he sidesteps in.
That's how he gets in the blanket.
That's how he get in the blanket. Everything he do, he sidestep to the pillow.
Oh shit! The Harden
That boy
sidestep,
goofy.
the Harden sidestep sleeper. Hey, that's the move right there. The sidestep sleeper. All right, I got that. All right, so now finally, that Atlanta game versus New York. 4 games, got to be a W. I think we have the home court advantage. You got a team that's everybody's 6'10". Everybody's 6'10". listen, they're admirable, but what they don't have is two 7-footers named Carl Anthony Towns and Mitchell Robinson. They don't have those two guys. How does this series look like? And I was saying earlier before you came out, and I was like, this reminds me of when Andre and Big Boy came out of hip hop. They said the South got something to say. Listen, I respect them. You know what I'm saying? For saying that they want to come at New York. You know, it's like the old school hip hop when they was trying to come in. I respect that. I respect the gangsterism of saying, yo, we want to see New York. Hey, listen, I can respect that, but you know what I'm saying? It just be careful what you
Come
ask
on,
for.
we talking about some birds. We talking about birds.
Talk.
We talking about 15 birds
Who that?
in a cage.
Pigeons in the cage, huh?
Chicken wings. Like a bunch of birds in the cage.
Let's talk greasy. Let's
Like
talk greasy.
all they got is all they is doing. The only thing they supplying is wings.
Let them know what we
That's
talking
it.
about.
That's it.
ATL
Get the
KFC.
barbecue sauce. You know what I mean? And we eating some hawk wings. You know what I mean?
I like I
Yeah,
like I
that's
like
all.
I like mine with lemon pepper.
Lemon
Lemon.
pepper word. I like the dry rub. Pause.
I like the barbecue parmesan.
I like the mild, just the
I
mild.
like
mild.
garlic. I like garlic. That garlicky. What is it? Garlic parmesan?
Nigga
Yo, here we go.
nigga said he like the dry rub pause.
Yo, yo, the Shrek. Wait a minute.
Yeah, I said pause, nigga. Yo, when them shits is crispy, yeah, I don't like. I don't. Yeah, I don't like my wings wet. I like them
Yeah, I don't
crispy.
like that shit's nasty.
uh,
I don't like wet wings.
yo, here we go. How about here we go? If we
I like
beat,
them spicy hot.
if and when we beat the Hogs, we have wings to celebrate.
Facts, facts.
Heard it here first. Don't
We're
start
gonna
biting.
pull out the 40 wings. 40 wings for the Hawks.
Let's go.
As
40
a
wings.
matter of fact, we'll make it special. 15 wings each plate. Everybody
Yo,
gonna have
yo,
15 wings.
Hey, no, the start.
yo.
No,
Hey,
five per play. The starting five per play. Five per play. Five players
hey,
serve.
Nigga, fuck, nigga. I'm nigga. This is the whole squad. Put 15 on them.
15 per plate.
my nigga, shouts out
Yo, you
in
breaking up,
Atlanta.
my
We're gonna
guy.
go
You
out.
breaking. You breaking up. You breaking up. You breaking up.
Shouts out to the Atlanta fans.
To who?
The Atlanta fans. Shout out to the Atlanta fans. Shout out to you guys. Appreciate you guys. Buzzer beater says, "Let's cut the crap. What does New York Knicks have to do to come out strong, and not the weak team that shows up occasionally? I like them crispy on the outside
Okay.
and on the inside. So let's talk new Knicks. What does it? What does the
Facts.
new?
All right.
Let's get to the nitty gritty. Buzzer beater says, "I like wings, crispy on the outside, but I need to know what's the game plan. What does it look like for New York to come out with this W you talking about? What does it look like for us to get crispy wings? What does that look like?
All right. Well, what it is that we we definitely need Cat to be the first primary person handling the ball at the top of the key. If we come out and we let Cat lead and guide the rest of the offense, I think that's when we're the most dangerous. And a lot of people been sleeping on Josh Hart. He's been shooting his ass off. Pause. I know Josh Hart. If we got Josh Hart stepping up, we got OG stepping up, and we have Bridges stepping up like at full capacity. I mean, I'm talking about playoff Bridges that everybody love. You know what I mean? Bringing that defensive intensity, not playing scary. You know what I mean? So that's the squad we need. So I think having Cat Cat has the highest IQ of the whole squad. This is what I meant to say the last game. The reason why Cat is the number one option is because Cat has no bias. His IQ, his passing ability, like I said before, I haven't seen passing like that since Chris Webber from a big man. You know what I mean? Even though Webber was doing it in motion, but listen, Cat's towering over everybody against him. There's no center that can stop him. He's a lethal shooter, the number one big man, shooting big man in the NBA. It's too many threats. We need him to be option one, option A. Everything from there else on, I'll accept. You know what I mean? But that I know it's playoffs, and we're usually used to a slower pace, walk shit down, but I'm not trying to see that. I'm not trying to see JB bring the ball. As soon as I see Jalen Brunson bringing the ball up, I'ma shit my pants. I'm a blow a gasket. I will lose my fucking mind. So, but JB is the captain. He's the leader. He's our biggest pit bull. You know what I mean? So when everybody's usually gassed out, that's when Jalen Brunson steps up. In the playoffs, a lot of the guards and people that are guarding them, they're tired from the season. Jalen Brunson just keeps going like a locomotive train. You feel what I'm saying? He'll just keep going. Fourth quarter, when they tired from banging out and trying to stop his footwork, keep going. He's a killer. You know what I mean? And I haven't seen somebody to close out games like Jalen Brunson since Kobe Bryant. And he's a great representative of the Kobe Bryant brand. You know what I mean? So if Kobe was here, I'm pretty sure Kobe will be at the games chopping it up with JB.
JB definitely has that Mamba mentality, so that's why he wears Kobe's shoes. So, something him and Randall had that mindset of that.
Salute, salute.
You know what I'm saying? So him and Randall both had it. So that's good that Knicks that we had that Mamba mentality. Randall was with Bryant, and Brunson. Has probably met him throughout his life, but has that mentality. That's why he wants to be a killer. Machete, your thoughts?
Can you guys hear me clearly?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So this is my take on it. Um, we it's like I agree with everything that New Knicks had to say about Cat handling the ball a little bit more than Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson is gonna we need to see him turn it on in the third and the fourth quarter, not in the first couple of quarters. We got to get the other guys, you know, um, warmed up and shooting. So they need to get the ball earlier on. OG, Mikael Bridges, everybody we got out there on the floor right now. Or we're gonna have a week's rest. But the way I also look at it is like this. I'm gonna have a real good time. My favorite part of the Atlanta game, other than the New York Knicks fans that are gonna be out there making noise, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna love that. That's gonna be fun. Because Atlanta's our second MSG South. But I love watching Coach Schneider on Atlanta. Look on his face. He's such an intense looking coach. And this game is going to be a really good chess game between a good chess match between Coach Schneider and Coach Mike Brown. Coach Schneider got.
Oh,
So hold on a
you're
second.
looking at coaches and their intensity? Pause.
Let me finish talking. Schneider took the Phoenix with Mikael Bridges to the finals. So this guy, he's an experienced coach and he knows how to play. He's been in Atlanta longer than Mike Brown's been in New York. He's built that squad. He got rid of. He was there the first couple of years with the dirty lollipop kid, and got him out of there. And look what he's done to this team recently. But there's still what are they in seventh seed? They're seventh, sixth seed. So they sacrifice a game to fall back to the sixth seed to play us. Fuckers, you're still the fucking sixth seed. Y'all barbecue chicken. And we got the fans at home. And we got a coach who's a better fucking coach than Schneider. Even though it's gonna be a good battle, it's gonna be fun to watch. It's gonna be fun to watch the look on motherfucking Schneider's face, right? When we're playing the game, when we're fucking beating their asses. And it's like I said, I like mine lemon pepper extra crispy.
Talk that. Talk greasy. I like your guys' takes. You guys are been hit on the money. New Knicks is correct. Starting with Cat, that's gonna be crazy. Machete says he's ready for that barbecue chicken. I agree with Machete. I think it's up to Mike Brown. And the only reason I say that because New Knicks, you are right as far as the players is dominated with Cat. We got the players. It's making the offense work. So Atlanta's not always thinking like, yo, we just got to stop Brunson. You got to think about everybody. We deep. Everybody is powerful. And if Cat's touching the rock, you guys are in trouble because he's gonna find the cutter. Whether it's OG, whether it's McCall, whether it's Josh, he's gonna hit the jumper three on you. And as to what Buzzerbeater's saying, he's gonna be our Jokic this year. He's that big threat. You get it to whoever to drive it up. Once you get it to Cat, if he gets triple doubles in the playoffs, you guys have a problem. Atlanta does not have a 7-footer. I mean, they have a bunch of 6'10s, which is dope. We just have to control the turnovers and sloppy passes. As long as we can do that and win the rebound game, it's Dandada. Atlanta has to win game one for them. If they don't win game one and we got any kind of mojo going in after, which the first game is obviously the most important, but if the Knicks get the first game, it's over. Atlanta has to have that first game. New Knicks, your thoughts?
Eh, we got home advantage, right? So
Yes.
that means that they will have to beat us at MSG, right?
Yep. Which we have a winning record at MSG too.
That
Thirty
that's
and
not
10.
happening.
30 and 10.
Yep,
Yeah. So
that's
they,
definitely
you
not
know,
happening. And my
he's
shit,
absolutely right. He's absolutely right. It's absolutely 100%. We cannot lose any games at home. That's it. We
at
can
all.
fucking, we cannot lose not the 4 games at home. We can't at home at all, bro.
Listen,
We can't give them
uh,
that advantage.
I said last year I will do the remix to DMX. Here comes the boom to here comes the broom. But Atlanta, I'm sorry to say, I see the Knicks getting that sweep.
Hey, listen, definitely.
What the Knicks need to come out. The Knicks need to come out and not even play around this year. We're gonna show what's the name of that word? Our domination.
And
We have to come
Oh,
out and dominate. We gotta dominate every fucking game, every series. I expect to see a broom in every series. I don't want to see one win against the other team. You know what I
misery
mean? I don't want to see the other team getting even one win.
Misery Loves Company says we absolutely have to play better perimeter defense and keep control on the ball, no turnovers. Buzzer Beater says other than Akil Alexander, Walker, and Jalen Johnson, who else does they have? Misery Loves Company beat me to it. CJ McCullough. CJ McCullough, whether people don't want to talk about
Yeah,
it, I've been calling for this kid since the beginning of the season. CJ McCullough is a lethal scorer. You can't sleep on him. He's their biggest chance for me. Not Jalen Johnson. I think Jalen Johnson would freeze up under pressure. He's really good, but their absolute killer is probably going to be CJ McCullough. He's going to be their most experienced playoff player, big shot 3-point maker, has range, has distance. He
don't they
can.
got this kid Walker on there? Walker's on there.
Walker's good. He's been averaging 8 points as a backup person in Minnesota, and then this year 20. So he's playing almost like an anomaly. They're playing on all cylinders right now. That team is redlining,
yeah.
but I don't think they can sustain
They
over time.
they going. They my guy. I'm pretty sure OG is ready. I'm pretty sure Bridges is ready to face who the fuck ever.
Yeah, listen,
Whoever is on fire, they're gonna have OG or Bridges on their ass. And Listen,
Speaking of OG, can I ask you a question real quick?
Good.
yeah.
He got a toe injury or twist. And
Nothing happened to him. He had a slight little sprain. They're like, "Yo, sit down. You good? We don't need to see anything."
sprain to a what? So was it? He
It
didn't
it,
have a toe injury
it,
before
it was a minor
last year.
sprain. It was a minor sprain. He's gonna play, bro. He's They just sat him.
Sprain to the what? Sprain. What did he
Sprain ankle, a
sprain?
left
Oh,
ankle, left
ankle.
ankle, left ankle, left ankle.
Wasn't that a left ankle or an issue?
Nah, if you seen it, I seen it.
If that's,
I seen it. He
I
just
mean, if
cut.
that's the case, it's sorry to interrupt. I forget a lot. That's why I have to interrupt. If that's the case, that OG's injured, bro, you got Mo there. This is where Mo steps up. I mean, I'm pretty sure OG will be good for at least 20 minutes.
OG's
You know
good.
what I mean?
OG's gonna play the whole series. I'll tell you right now. That was the way it felt. It was like he fell over the guy. It wasn't even big. They just pulled him off just to avoid anything. And they're like, "Yo, just sit your ass down. You're good. We know what you can do. You're fine. You just sit down, take a week off, do whatever.
Yeah, we can't afford injuries, so
Do
they probably
whatever.
just have to.
That's it.
And they're gonna have the next 6 days off.
That's why they were like, "Yo, go chill. You got a week off. Just be ready in a week. That's it. Shoot
Yeah, we
around.
play again on Saturday, I believe.
Yeah, it's gonna be a monstrous game." Buzzer beater says, "Okay, but isn't he streaky? McCullough is streaky. CJ will be the closer for Walker and get most of the shots. McCullough is the one you're gonna watch out for. You get Nikhil Alexander's good, but he's not great. He played his ass off. He was hitting some contested shots. If you do that for four series is different than a one game. These guys are good. That's why even Charlotte and Atlanta look good closing the season. They were surprising a lot of teams because they're young and athletic. But it's going to come to skill and execution and ball possession. How you manage the clock, and every turnover, every play counts. And I don't think these young teams are there yet. They're very exciting to watch. They're very athletic. But this is the part that they got to learn. How to execute ball management and making the right plays at the right time, that every possession counts. And this is a tough learn for young teams. For a young team like Charlotte, Atlanta, it's tough. Cleveland just
Closing
learned it.
out games. It's all about the closing out of the game, the closing out of a series. Like I agree with everything you just said. Like they're good. They got fresh legs, but this is where once you got a team like the Knicks in the fourth quarter just punching at your face and punching at your face and just punching at your face and just punching at your face. You can't do shit. And yeah, I mean, it's overwhelming for these young kids.
And not
They're
to
quick. They know how to play ball, but it is just too overwhelming when you try everything. You try throwing everything and the kitchen sink, and it still doesn't stop Jalen Brunson. It still doesn't stop Cat from shooting threes. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what the fuck is so funny.
Ah, my cousin, bro.
Yeah, I'm just telling you.
Hey, and a little fact out there, a little fact that I'm just gonna throw out there that nobody has really said about. The New York Knicks are the number one fourth quarter closing team. We are the number one team in the NBA executing and closing fourth quarters. Number one.
Oh,
Number one in the fourth
Nice.
in the entire NBA. So that lets you know when it comes down to fourth quarter, you better have a lead. You better have a lead in the fourth quarter. And even then,
that's great. That's great to hear. That's great to hear because we're gonna need that going into the playoffs. And by the way, just off key, I wanted to shout out to Mike Breen and Walt Frazier, who was their last broadcast tonight of the regular season.
Good call.
At MSG, on the regular season, and they were talking about how they should keep the regular season broadcasters announcing and broadcasting the playoffs for their teams. So
That's a fact.
I'm so very pleased. This to the broadcasters, 'cause they spend the whole year broadcasting the regular season and going through the emotional up and down, more than the fans, because they're actually there
Yeah,
announcing the games
they
and making the fucking
definitely
call.
deserve it.
And they don't get to do the broadcast for the playoffs. So shouts out there to Walt Frazier, And Mike Breen out there did a great job. We'll catch you guys
Full
next
brim,
year.
full brim,
Full brim
full
salute.
brim,
Full brim
to
salute
both
to
of
the
them.
MSG crew, Monica McNutt, Bill Pito, Wally Zerbiak, and Allie Hand. Shouts out to you
SNY,
out there. Out
MSG,
there.
everybody. Salute to everybody, all the fans in every state that holds it down.
Yeah.
Shout out to everybody that's just a real Knicks fan. And just sit back and enjoy it to see what's about to happen. It's something we've been waiting for a long
It's finna happen.
time.
It's finna happen. This is the
No
year.
other player and any other team experience fans or wherever they go on the road. And the Knicks did great at home. You know, we were 39, 30-9 at home, or 30-10 rather.
That's monstrous.
And you know those other 42 games that we all the MLB fans out there and all the broadcasters out there holding it
Bro,
down.
I wanna piggyback on what Mike said. Shout out to Mike Breen and
Well,
Walt.
Frazier.
You know what I mean? I think it's disappointing to have these announcers uh,
Travel and work really hard, man.
keeping the excitement of the fans, expressing their emotion, their expertise of the game, and then to not get rewarded. To announce their own team is like they're almost getting punished for doing a great job all season.
Yeah.
I think they do deserve a bonus. So, like Mike said, Silva, if you know better, you do better. So hopefully you've been listening to the TOF because we have a whole lot of knowing of everything.
Yeah,
And it would be a lot more fun. It would be a lot more fun to watch to hear our guys, announcing in the playoff game, an exciting playoff game. You want your announcers there.
at least an alternate
I
option.
don't want to hear Reggie Miller. I don't want to hear Reggie
Don't want to
Miller
hear Reggie
talking
Miller.
about my fucking team. I don't want to
Yeah.
hear none of them
For the fucking
goofy ass. I don't want to hear it. I
And,
want to hear Mike
none of them.
Green and
Walt.
Walt.
And if you don't do it
Yeah.
for any other teams,
And
do it for
Monica
Knicks
McNutt.
Nation. Do it for Knicks Nation because we the deepest organization anyway. We're demanding Mike Breen
Facts.
and Clyde.
Facts.
Anyway, so I like that. So that's why I think it's gonna be tough for these younger teams. I think they're gonna be exciting. I think it's gonna be a really really good play in and playoff because these teams are really gonna compete. Normally in these last teams, like only one team really wants it, but you're gonna see a lot of these teams for every position. They're gonna play aggressive. That Miami Heat Charlotte game is gonna be good. I'm pretty sure Miami's not just gonna bow down and let them just get an easy win on them. So that's going to be a great game to watch overall. But all that to say, even with Atlanta's young, they're aggressive. They really don't have a closer. The New York Knicks being number one in the fourth quarter, the depth that we have to seeing our third string team right now hold Charlotte to within 10 for the entire game is impressive. And especially for players that haven't got a lot of burn time against their starters. You have McCullers, Sohan, players that aren't playing a lot and still keep it within 10 and close to bringing it within the 7 point. That's exciting to see. That's letting you know that our team is deep. And I like
The
Atlanta.
reason,
Atlanta can sharpen their
sorry,
sword. Go ahead.
sorry, the reason why we're the number one closing team in the NBA in the fourth quarter is because we got the motherfucking captain, Jalen motherfucking assassin Brunson. He is a killer. He's a sniper. That nigga got fancy feet. And, 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 and he'll fuck you up.
The Brunson motherfucking burner, baby. Everybody's about to get fucking cooked. He's getting rest. He's resting them fucking ankles. They're gonna massage his feet and his toes and his ankles, his wrists. When you wake up in the morning, I heard one of the guys and one of the greats say, "Yo, every morning when you wake up." My coach used to say that to us when we used to play football back in the days. But you rotate your ankles when you wake up in the morning. You rotate your ankles to the left. 15 times to the left, 15 times to the right. You shake
Oh,
it off. You stay stretched. Do some yoga. Do whatever it is. Take just you get these 6 days to get spend time with your baby, re-energize your battery. You know,
Nigga, get some fucking shots up. Get some shots up.
My advice to these. What?
Sleep and get some motherfucking shots up every day. Sleep and get shots up.
Alright,
All that
listen.
other shit, fuck that. You can do that
All
while on
right,
vacation.
that's their advice. Okay, that was Machete's advice. That was Ruel's advice. Here comes my advice.
Smoke something.
Spend some fucking money. Spend some fucking money. Fly somebody out from fucking the Swiss Alps to give you a deep tissue massage, acupuncture from a Buddhist monk. Do it. Spend some money.
Hey,
That's it.
New Knicks buzzer beater says New Knicks sounds like the Hispanic Red Fox, profanity and all. Oh, salute to you guys. Appreciate you guys.
Good shit.
perfect motherfucking analogy.
Right on the money. Misery gets love company.
Big dummy.
You big dummy.
You big dummy.
Yeah, big dummy.
That's a perfect motherfucking analogy, Red
Grande
Fox.
idiota.
You big. And you big goofy.
You big goofy. You big gooch.
Motherfucker, Ruel's Lamont. I'm Lamont.
Hey, don't make me the aunt. Fred!
You're Lamont, and I'm Aunt Esther. I'll be Aunt Esther.
Aunt Esther. Don't make me Aunt Esther.
I was just thinking that. I said twice the aunt.
Oh, shit. Hey, me and my brother be fighting like it for sure, bro. Hey, facts. That shit'll be funny as shit. I don't know, man. I'm excited for this playoffs. I'm excited for the challenge. I don't want no duck and smoke. I want to go through Atlanta, whoever it is. I don't care. I want to go through all the best teams. I want no excuses, none of that. Atlanta, come with your energy, come be aggressive, but y'all about to learn today. The New York Knicks are about to handle that. I'm excited for this battle. When is the first battle?
Man, I'm not sleeping on Atlanta, bro. Atlanta's gonna be tough.
Ain't nobody said we ain't sleeping on them. We ain't sleeping on Atlanta.
I've been saying that a long time. Schneider's a great coach. I liked him. I wanted him in New York when we were looking for coaches. I liked him, but he was already in Atlanta.
How do they win?
He's a smart guy. But he took him to the finals. But he didn't make it. He didn't make it.
That nigga sounds like a pretzel, bro. Take that nigga the fuck out of here.
Schneiders. Listen, I thought they would have been a good matchup for Detroit, just like I think Charlotte would be a good.
Sound like nigga.
What? Anyway, these two. What?
He says, "Yeah, carry on."
Okay. Misery Loves Company says Gooch has done a good job as far as offense to defense substitutions. You gotta give him that, Sheik. My brother's not gonna give him that, but I will recognize my brother won't. He'll have to see it in the playoffs for my brother to see it. Now I've seen. That's why I was telling you guys. If you look, we were watching the countdown, the 5 games, the last 5 games. This is a playoffs. That's what we were saying it before. That this is a playoff for the New York Knicks of how they played, how they took on these games, how they focus on these games, their approach on this game. Can they change these last 5 games? Can the Knicks turn around the things that we've been seeing on losses, on slow starts? You know, the ball movement. Sometimes we move, sometimes we don't. Brunson trusting the other players, pounding the air to the ball. Other players bringing it up. So that's what did we adjust that? That's what we were looking for in these last 5 games. Did we finally snap out of it and figure out how to play consistent winning basketball? And I think that's what you saw in these last 5 games. That's why I thought that we were going to win the next 5. Obviously, this last one is a little bit different. But you saw those in these games where not only did the ball move, not only did we have 29 assists on 2 or 3 games, you saw the best of Cat, triple-double Cat. You saw OG close to getting almost 25 points in a game. You saw Brunson get double-digit assists on multiple of those games as well. 10 in one game, 13 in the other. You saw the pick and rolls with Jalen Brunson and Mitchell Robinson. You saw the pick and roll with
Yeah.
with Brunson and also Cat. You're seeing him comfortable both ways. So the pick and roll with Cat is dangerous. The pick and roll with Mitch is crazy. He's doing lobs. You're seeing OG Anunoby finding lobs for Mitchell Robinson. You're just seeing now, which you haven't even seen yet, but you're just seeing now that we finally got Deuce and Shamit, the key cogs to us having those big runs that we had early in the season. You got these two guys coming back healthy, fresh, ready, having another 6 days off, coming off the healing. And when those guys get in rhythm, it's a problem for everybody else. Because Shamit and Deuce and Mitchell Robinson they're the reason we're going to advance. In any series, you can look at it whatever. Brunson's gonna have a 50-point game. You're gonna have a Cat game where Cat has triple double. You're gonna have an OG have a 30-point game. You're gonna have a Bridges stop and block. But it's gonna be because of Shamit, Deuce, and Mitch why we win the championship. Keep that in mind.
All right. See, when I talk, niggas say I sound crazy. Shout out to Raw Hebrew, because he says what I say, but in an eloquent way. You know what I mean? Like, he knows how to. But, bro, when I say, yo, I want Brunson to have 20 assists, niggas like, bro, you know what 20 assists is? Brunson? And, bro, when I say, yo,
they're hyperventilating like that, too? They're hyperventilating when this.
Yeah, bro, the saying, like, how could you even imagine a thought? How could you even fathom the thought? Like, bro, I called it. The next fucking game, Jalen Brunson with 10 assists at the half, and if they would have let him go, he would have hit the 20, just like I said. I said it always. Me. Yeah, you know what I mean? So if he would have hit that 20, then niggas would be like, oh yeah, we're expecting 20 from Jalen Brunson. He should have 5 in every quarter. Like, bro, stop with the echoes, my nigga. Like, Jalen Brunson is gonna, in a few of these series, he should cap out at 20 assists by himself. So that means the whole squad, we should be at, for the playoffs, we should be at like
assists.
About 50 assists. I was going to say 60.
30 from the team, 20 from Brunson.
60. I was going to say 60, but I'm going to cap it. Like, yo, we should be at least at 40, 45 in the playoffs. 45 or better.
Hey, let's talk, bro. I mean, that's what I was saying. Like, this series, like, in all fairness, so people are like, oh, let's try to be fair. And listen, Atlanta's a really good team, and we're not talking shit, and we give everybody their props. But if the Knicks play Knicks basketball for 48 minutes, it's it's tough for another team, for us to even, as fair as we can try to be, another team that's really gonna give you OKC for sure. Detroit, it'll be tough, but I think we can cook Detroit too. I just think when we played Detroit, we just were like, all right. You guys really wanted it. We weren't really, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, but bro, if niggas play how we set it off, like if you give that ball to Cat, cross that half court, Cat by himself should have seven assists in the first quarter. Like if he's guiding that ball, he's always finding cutters. He's always and you're gonna have to double him because ain't no center. Like, who in the Hawks is gonna stop Cat? You feel what I'm saying? So we have too many options. We have too many threats, and this is where I need to see our weapons be the fullest threat of their threatness.
The biggest advantage we're gonna have, to your point right there. And my bad, I keep pulling the mic up.
Nah, you good? It worked, bro.
Just keep going.
I saw it and I looked away and I was computing, but bro, fucking relax. I'm gonna have to put a muzzle on. I'm gonna buy you a fucking pit bull muzzle.
I don't know if they can hear me
safe.
or not. Anyway, the key weapon to what we're gonna use in Atlanta.
Yo, step back a little bit, bro. Just
Can you?
straighten your
I don't
posture
know if
up.
you.
There you go.
Hey, if you guys can hear me from way back here, I'm cool with that.
Stop hunching. Stop hunch straight.
Cause
Just like the
I don't know
Marines.
if they can hear.
Shoulders back, boy. Shoulders back, boy.
Is the key to us winning this for Jalen Brunson this year. This series is gonna help Jalen Brunson learn. I won't say learn. I'll say trust. It's gonna teach.
Gonna unlock him.
It's
It should unlock him.
it's gonna unlock him on the pick and
What's the
roll.
matter?
On the pick and roll. Mute your mic, Machete. On the pick and
Mike, mute your mic.
he did.
Mike,
He-
mute your
He
mic.
did. For this, I'm saying the pick and roll. So the pick and roll, Brunson to Cap, Brunson to Mitch, because you know they're gonna try to do. They're gonna try to do the same old recipe Detroit did, Cleveland did to double Brunson, right? So the solution to double Brunson, he's got to get rid of the ball fast, and if he's getting double team on a pick and roll, alley oop, just throw it up to Mitch, throw it up to Cat. Go ahead.
We've been talking a lot about the players. I've only had one problem this whole season.
I said coach. I said it's up to the coach.
Listen, if this nigga comes with that predictable ass bullshit and he's not in a magical bag, somebody better put him in a headlock and put him out to sleep.
That's
Like, he gotta be so unpredictable. Like, I'm expecting to see an ensemble of weapons.
I don't think
And
he
like
does
I
that.
said before, he better have a super defensive lineup ready. He better have a super shooting
Somo,
lineup
the
ready.
defensive lineup is Somo. He's got it.
Like,
He's got it.
I need to see everything.
But listen, not the first series. The first series, he just has to be disciplined to stick to his offense. If someone's struggling to pull him out, if they're going on a run, call a timeout. Like just the smart shit. He has to just be on point with that. The 5-minute switch, Cat.
No,
whatever.
but
Go ahead.
okay, but this is where I said there should be some fucking rules to the shit. Like I
Wrote me
said
a
in the
manual.
previous pod. Like I said in the previous pod, if you fuck up twice as a starter or any player, you know you're on, just automatically walk to the fucking bench. Number two, if the whole squad gets scored more than 8 points, you shut the whole shit down and bring in your super defensive lineup.
Substitution.
You feel what I'm saying? This is what I'm talking about. Like just shake it. That's how you become. Like, you take Cat out, you take Brunson out, you take Mitch, Sohan, Alvarado. Like this, I need to see
He got that.
the threat.
His threat defensive lineups, just so you can see. If you're fearing what you're seeing there, you're gonna see Deuce, Shamit. You're gonna see he throws in Como Está Cana. He throws him out there. He keeps Mo, and then he'll have like a Mitch in there. That's his little defensive lineup, who can still shoot and score threes. He's done it. So you see Deuce, Shamit,
Me. All right. This is my starting five for Atlanta: Mitch, Cat, OG, Brunson, and Hart.
I don't think you can bring a Mitch.
Just
I-
let Bridges start for 27 seconds.
No. Listen, I mean,
But you gotta.
you
That's what I mean by ensemble. You can't score if you're driving because you got Mitch down there, and you can't do shit because Cat is up top. And if Cat's up top, you got too many decisions to make. Because if Mitch is in the bottom, Cat's gonna bullet that shit to Mitch right there. He got all the shooters right there. Harder shooting, Brunson shooting. You got OG there as a stopper to back Mitch up for defense.
yo,
And you got Hart. You feel what I'm saying?
I think you got to play off the each center off, because when you play Mitch from the bench, that's another threat already. That their bench can't score. You can lob to them in substitution.
No, that's not okay, but that's not going into the rotation right there. I start Mitch and Cat, Bring in Hug Party. Bring in Mo Diawara. Like you gotta start.
You can't.
Gotta
You gotta
start
keep
doing
this
it.
the starting five again. Remember, I told you, it's 5 minutes. With 5 minutes left is when you're gonna start making the
Yeah.
switches and the changes and stuff like that. What up?
So check this out. I was going through the game a little bit, and I was looking at this rating, this stat that they have on Mike Brown.
Oh,
NBA ratings. NBA ranks offensive ratings. The next as of this game, right? Defensive rating, 118 points. We're third. Defense, offensive rating we're third. Defensive rating was sixth. Net rating we're fifth. In those three categories, we are top 10, almost top five. We 118. We allow 100. We score 118, almost 119, and we allow 112 points, and our net rating is plus 6.6, which makes us fifth. Again, defensive rating six, and we're third offensive rating. What does it say right here in the little print below? It says hang on a second. It says 14.3, 14.3 3-point field goals made, and 38.2 3-point field goals attempted. Most in franchise history under Mike Brown this season. So what was that
what
again?
was that? The
14,
most what?
14 points field goals made and 38.2 3-point field goals attempted. So we're 14 for 38, most in franchise history. Third, once again, sixth in net, fifth in net rating, sixth in defensive rating, third in offensive rating this season under my coach.
Under Mike
Hey, go ahead.
coach.
You want to smile? It makes you happy, doesn't it?
Under Mike
You
coach.
think
You
under
meant
Mike
Mike
coach?
coach.
Okay, he graduated at least to coach Mike coach.
Damn, the Magic
Yo,
lost to
dude,
the Celtics.
you're gonna be calling him Coach Mike Brown by the end of the fucking playoffs, my nigga.
Miami Heat just beat the Hawks 147-117. Well, they didn't just beat them, but nonetheless, I like our chances. We're doing good. All right, final thoughts before we start this playoff. So the play-in starts this week, Tuesday. I'm not even sure. And just so you know, Misery Loves Company says, "Yo, Sheik, please, 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 give me your connect. That shit you smoking is incredible." With your 26 assists for Brunson. With your he was saying what you was counting on there. Brown will only go double bigs against maybe Cleveland and OKC. He's gonna.
Oh,
He also says Brown will only go double bigs against maybe Cleveland and OKC. I don't think the double bigs as the starting unit is necessary for Atlanta. I think we give him more trouble if you got a 7 foot starting with Cat at the top of the key and moving it around, and then you
we
got
need to see the Twin Towers.
not against this team.
We need to see the Twin
Yo,
Towers
if you
demolished.
they will, but if you play
Nigga,
them
can you
separately,
imagine what could they do? All right, Cat got the ball up top. Mitch is giving JB a pick on top, and Cat is up, and then Mitch turns around to run down the middle and catch a lob from Cat all day, bro. You know how many lobs Cat could get off to Mitch? At least 7 in the first quarter. 7.
and yeah, listen, I don't think it's double bigs. I think Cat gives them all types of nightmares in the offense with everybody else playing, and then when he sits down, then you bring in Mitch. Like, yo, now you got to worry about lobs, blocks, and rebounds. Every time one of them sits down and they substitute for each other, it's drama for Atlanta. If you got both of them there, you can figure it out or foul. Just keep fouling Mitch and do the hack of Mitch. I don't know. I like our chances against him anyway. But I ain't gonna beat
Yeah,
the.
So I'm sorry.
pray
One more
for,
thing. One more thing, real quick. One more thing, real quick.
well, one thing, I pray for the day that Mitch bombs a fucking three.
I think
I'm
he's capable.
dying
Didn't
to
he?
see.
Didn't he one time? I think he did do it one time. I think at least
Never.
once he did it.
He's over. I don't even think in a game he's never done it.
In
I think he might have done
practice,
it once,
yes. Never in a game.
or maybe it was a long two. But they were saying, yeah, I was on in the broadcast. I was telling you, okay, so just to be the dead horse. So last year we were sixth in offense and 13th in defense, and we made it to the EFC. Right now we're in top five in all three categories.
Yep.
Yeah,
Just
but
want to put that
Mike,
out there. Let's go
all
next.
right. Yeah, but you got to remember, we had crazy addition to the squad. Like sometimes
What addition did we have to the
subtract,
squad?
sometimes subtracting some elements and implementing other elements changes the trajectory of your team. Bringing Alvarado sparked something different. Bringing in Sohan, uh, not like it didn't make an impact right away, but just knowing the player he is and the defensive mentality that he brings, and on top of that, he's young. You feel what I'm saying?
Who?
It's just gonna change. Our bench was not the same bench that we have this year, bro. And then on top of that, our third string is not the third string that we had this year. You know what I mean? Maybe
Yeah,
one or
but
two players, but not all of
the
them.
guys we
Like,
had
like
last year have played with each other almost all the whole entire year, entirety last year. Right now, we got guys, we got pieces at the end of the year. We just
no,
got Sohan. We just got
nobody
Alvarado.
knew.
We just got motherfucking. We just getting our shit together, bro. What are you talking
Bro,
about, man?
but Mike, nobody knew about McCullough. Nobody
That's
knew
another one.
about
That's another thing.
Alvarado wasn't here. Uh, uh, Kolick,
But this
he
is what I'm
was
saying.
playing
These
like
are guys. These are guys who
Kolick is
didn't play
always
last
making
year. That he's
that
just
what?
that he just got. That he's just getting Alvarado. He's just getting Sohan. Right? Okay, they haven't really been super impactful, but they've kept us alive and they brought the energy to the MSG with Alvarado, right? When he touches the ball, there's good energy with the ball when Alvarado's in there. I've said that before. Jordan Clarkson is just coming through. He's becoming that he's becoming that player we were hoping he
All
would
right.
be. But what I'm
Yeah,
saying,
but
but my
Mike,
point is that even not only that, we didn't tire out our guys at the end of the fucking season the way the last coach did. We still they're rested. They just sat the whole entire game. I don't even think that he sat them out the whole entire game the last
no, but
game
hey,
last year.
Mike, hold on. Let me rebut to that, because, bro, our injures, our starters have been a little more injured than they were under fucking Tibbs. I'm not even gonna lie. I've been seeing a lot of our look at Bruns, McBride. Yeah, Deuce got injured. OG got injured. Hart got injured. JB got injured. Cat got injured. Everybody in the starting squad got injured this year, and that, yeah, I really don't see that much of a difference. The only
Minus
difference
I
that
Mitchell
I
think
see
Robinson.
is
guys.
that,
Minus Mitchell
Now hold on a
Robinson.
second. Let me talk.
Minus
I
Mitchell
think
Robinson.
for a second. I think for me, it seemed like guys were more injured last year. Cat had that thumb issue. He had another issue going on that he played through. Right?
yeah,
He
but the
didn't miss.
chemistry with Mike, but that you might be right, but the chemistry and the style of play and the system was a little bit different, which was like they adapted the Tibbs's attitude. They were, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
they had the motherfucker for 5 years. He was
Like
just been a coach 5 years. Of course, it was his
but when
imprint.
Mike, it's like having a drill sergeant, bro. Tibbs was basically like a drill sergeant. He was always barking some shit. He was never sitting down. He was challenging and the players magnetically pick up that energy and they play that same way. You feel what I'm saying? So when you have a passive coach that's always smiling, never stood up. Hold on, hold on.
What are you
Oh
talking
no,
about? Look at how these motherfuckers are playing right now. What are you talking about? It's bullshit right now. Because these
no,
guys are
no,
not
Mike,
playing passive. They're not playing
but
smiley,
Mike.
friendly games right now. We're
All
fucking
right,
winning
all right.
hardcore games injured, bro.
I'm
We're
gonna
coming
bring
back
it
and
full
keeping
circle.
injuries. What are you talking
I'm gonna
about?
bring
These
it.
guys are not playing soft and happy, smiley
I'm
face
gonna
like you're
bring it
talking about.
full circle. Let me land my plane. I'm gonna bring it full circle. Let me land my plane. So, being the point that our bench is a lot deeper. When Alvarado comes into the game, fucking Cat sparks up differently. The OG sparks up differently. You feel what I'm saying? They play more because they know they're gonna get that pass from Alvarado. He changes his defensive. His defense is his offense, and
So
that's
you
what
got to
takes
credit
away.
Mike Brown because Alvarado came in under Mike Brown's watch.
Yeah, I understand that, but I was saying that the players that we had and that we didn't have last year, the pieces that we subtracted and the new pieces that we implemented make a big difference to that winning trajectory. It brings a different element and a different energy to the locker room.
That's facts.
Because before Alvarado came in, you could tell that the locker room had a little bit of tension. You feel what I'm saying? But when you bring in a new guy, wow,
Sancocho.
Sancocho.
Yummy. Carry on.
So when you got, bro, when you bring a new nigga into the locker room that he don't have no ties to nobody and he's happy and the energy, he's cutting some of that tension away from the rest of the you know what I mean, the shit that's probably going on, because he doesn't know what's going on. He's new to the team. He's bringing a happy, high energy. He's home. You feel what I'm saying? That's just infectious.
Yo, did you guys know that our team is probably the youngest put together over all the teams right now in the playoffs? I think our team has only had 2 years worth of chemistry together, where every other team at minimum has had 3 years together. At minimum, 3 years together. So you look.
Hey, you said that in the last pod, and that's a great fucking point, bro. A lot of the teams that we're playing, which you said, hats
Including a
off to
first year
you.
coach.
Yeah,
Including a first year coach.
That too.
yeah. So a lot of these teams, like the Milwaukee's, the Boston's, the Indianas, all these teams have 3 to 4 to 5. Some of them maybe even 6 years together. You know what I mean?
All of
The
them.
only one person that's the longest standing Nick is the big anchor, Mitchell Robinson,
And Deuce. And Deuce.
aka the big anchor,
And Deuce.
aka the big anchor. Ain't
Him.
nobody moving that ship.
Him and Deuce are the oldest.
Stops.
So I mean, Orlando for the most part has had
Yes.
their whole front unit at least 3 years. Paolo Banchero and Franz Wagner are pretty new, but for the most part, all of them were together for a while. 76 is a long time.
And
Good.
sorry, and to add to what your sentiments, a lot of these teams had a lot of top 10 picks.
Big
A
facts.
lot of these teams have big picks. So you got years and years of getting high picks, high picks, high picks, high picks, high picks. The Knicks haven't been that. You know what I mean? We're handcrafted. Shout outs to Leon Rose. Shout outs to the staff. Shout outs to Dolan. Shout outs to
Shouts out to
Tibbs.
Dolan.
Shout outs to everybody. Shout out to the players. And big shout out to the fans in the building that paid their hard earned bread to be at MSG.
And if you're a Knicks fan, this is what we're talking about. This is how we're built organically. That's why the organic fanatics. We're the only one that bring this topic up anyway. But you're looking at that Orlando, that Leon Rose assembled this team with Mitchell Robinson was a second rounder. Deuce McBride was a late first. I mean 30 something, if I'm not mistaken. So you can go down the list of what we've had with these players. Jalen Brunson was a Dallas Mavericks throwaway. They literally didn't re-sign him. Josh Hart, you know what I mean? So look at these assembled. When you go down to Orlando, they had Paolo Banchero high pick, Franz Wagner high pick, I can go down the line for Orlando because I live here. They had a gang of them. Even Philly, even how they cheated, then they ended up getting VJ Edgecombe, who's a solidified baller, who they just got in the draft pick now. They had Maxey, another high pick, right after RJ in the RJ trade. You had another high pick, top 4 there. Atlanta Hawk, we can go down the list with Atlanta, all the players they got and traded and picks that they've had. Toronto.
The only one, sorry,
No, go
the
ahead.
only top pick we have ever had in the last
RJ.
30 years besides Patrick Ewing was RJ
That's it.
motherfucking Barrett.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it. Everything else
That
was
is the
seconds.
only pick. And
Obi.
I don't even know
Obi
how.
too.
Oh, we had
Obi
a
too.
17.
Obi was eighth. Obi
Yeah,
was
we
eighth
had
pick.
a.
Other than that, or 14th or 15th, something like that. He was
Oh,
14, 15.
yeah. Shout out to Obi.
Even
Yeah.
though he was just out the lottery at 15. But even then, those are two highest that you can see now that we've had. We build it organically. Trailblazers, gang of first picks. You know, you can go all the way down the list. That lets you know that we're the youngest assembled and constructed by an organization which almost all these other teams have public entities that control them anyway, and it's only Jim Dolan. So love the Knicks. This is an organic fan base. I think we're going to do phenomenal against Atlanta. The series starts this week. I believe it's on Saturday. Play-in starts Tuesday. So the play-in to see for the 7th
Yeah.
seed and 8th seed. Go ahead.
The thing I like about it gives me that feel like a lot of the players that we have gives me that Spreewell feeling. Like when nobody wanted them, you know what I mean? The last of the litter or whatever the case. But yeah, I mean, we like
All the way
New
down to
York
Sohan.
has
All the way to
never been
Sohan. They basically waived him.
all the way down to Sohan. You feel what I'm saying? A lot of these guys have been throwaways. Like everybody's given up on them. They don't. Yeah, I mean. So and what I was gonna say is that the New York Knicks, before Tibbs came in, we wasn't known to grow players. Yeah, I mean, like to get them from rookies and build. You know what I mean? We have an official farm.
But
Yeah, I mean,
isn't that the
the
New
New
York way
York
though?
Knicks has an official, huh?
Isn't that the New York way though? You know what I'm saying? Like New York, they gave us nothing. Slums in the Bronx, broken buildings. We had the worst of the worst, the leftovers, and we always create something great out of it. We created hip hop after stuff like that. So it's only necessary that we're gonna create a championship team from the throwaways, and that's how we do it.
Facts.
It's the New York way of life. It's how New Yorkers do it. You give us
It's
shits.
energy, and you feel
Go ahead.
and you feel it throughout the whole team. And shout outs to Leon and James Dolan that had the vision. Shout outs to James Dolan for having the vision
And the rest of the
of
team
wanting
worldwide.
a built blue collar championship team that like people like Starks that they're gonna come from bagging up groceries and come fight for a position. You feel what I'm saying? Like Spreewell, he's gonna choke a nigga out and still come out here and ball out. You feel what I'm saying? Change up the whole thing. That's what New York does. You know what I mean? We creators of greatness.
We built from
And like I
bricks.
said,
Diamonds
this
in the
team right
rough.
here, yeah, this team right here, pressure builds diamonds, and that's what we do.
We got steel pipes in New York. If y'all don't know about it, we don't bust pipes because we steal. Our pipes are steel. We don't bust. We just make diamonds. And you seeing it from
Pause. It sounded like some bars, but pause. I had to throw some pause blocks.
just in case.
Yo.
Just in case it sounds.
Yo, I don't know about busting and pipes, but that shit sounds pausing, son.
Yeah, everything sounds plausible. I'm trying to put some. You know what I'm saying? Like our pipes don't break. 'Cause we
I
never
know.
steal.
I felt it. I
You know
felt the
what I'm
passion.
saying?
Pause.
But just in
yo,
case,
relax.
just in case it's suspect.
Do me a favor. Put the mic down and back the fuck up, cause yo.
I'm trying. All right, my guy. I'm trying to read. Hey, salute to the chat. Salute to everybody. Appreciate you guys always tuning in here.
Yeah, show that shirt, nigga. Show that shirt,
Let's
nigga.
go. The Knickerbockers.
Show that shirt, nigga.
That's right. Yeah. So that's all I got for today. I'm gonna drag the show on too long. I'm super stoked that we have the final game. 84. Let me see. We got them in the books. Machete. 84 games in the books. Your thoughts on all the games, the ups and downs the New York Knicks had. We're going into the playoffs this year. Tell me your thoughts on how did the year go for you so far. Just overall thoughts on the year. We're going into the playoffs. How did that look like to you overall? Shaky, great, coaching, everything. Just a synopsis of the whole year for you.
Went great. We got what, 3 more wins than we did the year before. We were 51. We're at 53 now. So we got a couple of more wins than we thought. Than I thought. I think I might have said 52. But and we're not as tired. I don't think we're as beat up as we were last year. Guys are a little bit rusty. Yeah, we had typical injuries that you're gonna have during the season. I don't think it's gonna happen. Guys are getting older. The wear and tear is gonna be more than it was on Brunson than he got on his ankles than they were last year. That's gonna happen. But the fact is that we made it through and we're healthy. Nobody's got any kind of severe injury. Shaman's back. Shaman just has to get rolling a little bit. We're gonna have playoff Shaman. We're gonna have playoff Deuce. We're gonna have playoff Brunson. We're gonna have the guys ready. We just gotta find them early and play them like New Knicks was saying. We gotta utilize Cat more, right? So we have Cat and the pieces around him, right? Brunson is we got Cat and playoff Brunson next to him. That's very important.
Killer.
We got Killer.
Four
We got
killer.
so Cat maybe was the Batman and Brunson the Robin, right? But Robin, Robin saved Batman's ass a lot of fucking times. There was a lot of times when Batman had to call the bat signal and have Robin and sometimes Batgirl and Catgirl coming in there, and rescuing Batman's ass. So Batman always isn't always the number one hero in the
Girl,
story.
yo,
You know what I'm
yo, yo,
saying?
yo. That,
Whoever, Batgirl, whoever the fuck, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes, being Robin is not a bad thing. Being the number two guy is not a bad thing because Jordan wouldn't have made it without Scott, right? So it isn't, he's the captain,
no, no,
right?
no,
He's gonna
no,
be
no.
Captain Clutch, and he's gonna be the reason we win the playoffs because he's gonna come through and he's gonna get his shots up, like Ruel says. Sleep, get your shots up. Sleep, get your shots up. Sleep, wake up in the playoffs, get your shots up. Go to sleep, get your shots up in your dreams. That's what's gonna happen.
So you're
Well,
excited how the year
well,
New Knicks. Your thoughts
I'm
on how the year.
excited, bro. It's gonna be a fun play. I'm gonna tell you what, bro. We're gonna have the most fun watching the playoffs than we've had in a long time with this team. And we're gonna win this guy over. He's gonna be calling him Coach Mike Brown and Cap in capital letters by the end of the playoffs.
Machete, you're great on the year so far, up to the playoffs. New Knicks, you're next, but Machete, a grade that you have to give the team, the coach, for the regular season so far.
The regular season, dude, I'm gonna give him an A.
Okay.
Give the guy an A, bro. He 30-10 at home. Got us the cup. Got us a better record than we started with. First year with a coaching crew he just assembled. Thank God he had Rick Brunson by his side the whole time.
shout outs to Rick.
And we got Jalen Brunson, right? And the guys, even though it looked in the beginning like it wasn't gonna work out, I don't know what my roles are, I don't know what to do with it. Even halfway through the season, came through, got this shit together, played better defense that you wouldn't have expected. Even Cat in the other game against Atlanta, moved his feet. You got Deuce is just getting back from injury, from surgery, had a great night tonight. Even Shaman, who we haven't heard much lately, but thank God he's back. He's in the rotation healthy. We got our guys healthy. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. We don't have anybody on the injury list right now going into the playoffs. That's important. Guys aren't tired. They're not complaining about not being tired. They're not complaining about, the bench isn't getting minutes. He played the bench, bro. Even though we lost tonight, he played the bench. He even went down the line and took. Mikhail played 23 seconds. He sat all the starters. The one starter that played 23 seconds, sat his ass down. Then he moved down the line. Jordan Clarkson played a little bit. All right, he did well. He didn't do too bad. Sat his ass down because we're gonna need you. Played the rookies, Diawara, Alvarado. Just get on here, and that was a lineup I wanted to see. I wanted to see Deuce Alvarado. What was the lineup? Deuce Alvarado. He had in the beginning. Diawara, Huck Porty, and I can't recall who all the guys were. No, in the beginning it
McCutter.
was when he had
McCutter.
Mikael Bridges in there, even for the 23 seconds. I like that lineup. It was Deuce, Alvarado, Mikael Bridges, Landry Shaman, and Huck Porty. That's something I would like. That's a bench I would like to see play some more often. Maybe they'll get some time during the playoffs.
New Knicks.
You know,
Good.
hopefully they'll get a lot of garbage minutes.
New Knicks. Your thoughts on this year? Just the 82 games. What did you think so far on the game on how it turned out this year? Just up to the playoffs. Your thoughts, your grade.
Shout out to Machete. Shout out to Machete for his take. Great take. Yeah, I mean, I think we're a deeper team off the bench. Uh, and I think everybody's ready to crash out. Well, I think our energy is different right now than it was, a few games, maybe 10 games ago. The energy is a little bit different. You don't see Cat complaining too much. He sees he got some real dogs around him. The starters see that they got real backups that they can really rely on. Deuce is back healthy, which Ruel said a few pods ago, that Brunson feels a lot more comfortable when he has Deuce up there. So, like, the squad is locked and loaded. We ready to crash out. And I give this season, through the ups and downs, I say I'll say that I was a little harsh. I would say that. But
Wow.
at the end of the day, I'm like Tibbs, bro. You're gonna get tough love with some knuckles. And if my kids could get it, my granddaughter could get it. Trust and believe.
Grandbaby ain't getting it.
Anybody in the world could get it. Anybody in the world
You
could
know,
get it. And
the granddaughter's not
nobody
getting
should
it.
know that.
Granddaughter ain't getting it.
What? Nigga. Nigga. Yo, all right.
Wrapped
Ask my
around.
daughter, my nigga. Nah. She be doing some shit and I'll be like, mira, coño. Mira, coño, ¿qué estás haciendo, coñazo? She be like, oh, serious. I never seen him so serious.
Like about a half a
But
second, then he'll
anyways,
break down. Then he'll break down.
yeah. Anyways.
What do you grade on this? So
Yo,
you
but
are
you
Yeah,
know
harsh.
what I noticed though?
I give him
Oh,
a
Yo,
C. I give him a C plus. I,
you stole
yeah,
my
I mean, I
grade. You
think
stole
their
my grade.
attitude. I think their attitudes could have been better. I think they should. I think they should have relied on their style of play and their energy from last year and implementing that into this year. Even though it was a bunch of madness going on, you know what I mean? You can't panic and start, you know what I mean? But like I said, C plus. Uh, the ending of the season within the last 7 games, I say a B to the ending, a C to the rest of the season.
Yeah, I actually like that take. I was with you on the C plus. I was definitely gonna say C plus overall in the season. I know it's not a slight to Mike Brown. It's not a slight to them. Which, if you guys recall, I said I think 52 to 54 is about right. We're right at that number. I said we're gonna have some bumps and bruises. So I think it's about right. I just for Mike Brown, I think it took him too long to figure out the cat dilemma. to too long to figure out how to utilize Cat. Early, it took too long for that. So that left a little sour in my taste buds for that, and how not controlling the offense or calling the timeouts. However, again, I give him props. I've been giving him props, Machete, because Machete went off on me. You don't say that
And
shit when we win.
and any pause to this, but that sour energy is still lingering between Cat. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's there now, but within the last 7 games, it's been like, come on, you seen that pass to OG in the walk off.
Nah,
So
nah.
you can't say that. You can't say that everything. Maybe it might be to. Maybe it not might be to Mike Brown. Maybe it might be to Jalen Brunson. But this is what I mean. You feel what I'm saying? So I think Cat is tired of not being the number one option when a lot of times you hear him saying that, oh, I know that I got the mismatch in the game, and I would like to do that, but we're doing something different, and that kind of
He let that
shit.
go. I think he let
Being
that
the
go.
ending of the season. Yeah. But whatever it is, it's still there, and it doesn't need to be there.
I don't think it's still there. I think it's gone. I think him arguing with the coaches there. I think they got past that. I think that's water under the bridge that they had already addressed. That's why I was saying the last 5 games. I think they addressed that, and that's why you saw the Jalen Brunson change, because it was everything. Everybody was all bought into the what they thought was the philosophy to win, except for one person that wasn't getting the rock. And that was, people were complaining about that. Josh Hart said, "Oh, I did great today," because Big Head wasn't there to hog the ball. Mikal Bridges said it. So they and it took Brunson. It took him towards the end of the season. But salute to the captain. He caught the memo. He had 2 games with double-digit assists. He's now finding Mitchell Robinson on lobs. He's finding cats on pick and rolls, even if it's a small bounce pass where he's dunking the last couple of games. So he caught the memo, and I think that's where the plus comes into the C, because they all caught the memo. Mike Brown started calling timeouts and making substitutions and be like, yo, we're not doing it right. He was calling a timeout before the first. If they made a 5-point run, as New Knicks had said, don't let it get a 10. When he got to 5, he called a timeout. When he started working on regrouping the team, refocusing the team, talking to him on timeouts, not only in between when he's pulling them out, but actually like, yo, we need to do this. We're not running. We're not pushing the pace. So other things that he came around to, and I still give him the C plus for the end of the year. I need to see this throughout the playoffs. This is where, as New Nick said, this is what he was bought in for, to have these other players and all. Now he needs to keep the same energy and bring it to the playoffs. He cannot struggle against Atlanta. I'll tell you right now. This cannot go 7 against Atlanta. This is not going to look good for him. We should not go 7 with Atlanta. Just saying.
But you're talking about a hot Atlanta team with a coach that's who's been to the finals.
Who is their killer? Who's the killer that you're giving the ball to at crunch time? Who's that person?
Jay McCullough. Who's the last? Who's the give the ball? Who did you give the ball the last time?
McCullough took. They actually gave it to. But again, this guy's new.
McCullough took the shot, didn't make it because
But this guy's only been been in the team. He's only been in the team for a month, and I agree with you. But they only been together a month. The 2 guys that are their killers.
They've been together a month, and look what they've done, and look how dangerous they've become.
Those are good for games. They've been what do they say? Atlanta, Charlotte were dangerous teams in the NBA. They were hot on fire because they're playing other teams. But when you play them for 4 games, I know what you're trying to do now. They still don't have a 7-footer. They don't have one 7-footer that can mess with Mitchell Robinson. They don't have any 7-footer that can fuck with Cat. And they have nobody for an answer for Brunson, even when they do double team him. They got very good talent, and their advantage is fast breaks and turnovers. If we have high turnover games, that's not going to be good for us. They're
and that's our Achilles heel right there. Turnovers. We're fucking 13 turnovers a game.
That's actually kind of low, but the games that we've had with them was 19 and 20 turnovers.
Yo, 13 is high, bro.
In the playoffs,
like we did the other night.
It's possible.
13's too fucking high, bro. 11's. And we gotta keep it down. Like we gotta down to 10. Under 10 and 9 turnovers.
It's usually
We got to
Josh
keep the
and
ball. We have to, especially a team like this, like you said, especially a team
But
like this,
again,
who's probably faster than us in transition.
that's gonna keep us sharp. They're a team that they're gonna iron sharpens iron. They're a great team for what they are. The athletic, young, fast, high pace. That's a different metric that we're not used to seeing. We're used to
The,
playing
the
slow and
advantage that we
yeah,
have is, like I said, the advantage that we have is that he went to the finals with Mikael Bridges, and we got Mikael Bridges on our squad, so he may know his tendencies. Coach Schneider,
they're gonna get us ready for
we'll see.
Denver, for
bro,
Detroit. I
We'll
mean,
see.
they're gonna
bro,
get us ready for Detroit.
we're gonna lock them under 90. We're gonna lock them under 90, and we're gonna punish them. They're nothing to worry about. Bring out the Hawk wings, and it's 15 apiece.
They play.
Put it on my
Well, we beat
plate.
them. What was the
Like,
score? What did we beat them? We beat them. It was 105, 106 or something.
We play.
The last game,
We the last time that was good was 120, 123. Then they beat us by a few. I'm trying to pull up the games here, but
the last game, yeah.
nonetheless, they play very similar to Detroit. They're a young, tall, athletic team, very similar to Detroit. They like playing in the paint like Detroit, so they're not. They like taking a lot of threes. They usually shoot 40. No, Charlotte shoots 40 threes, but Atlanta usually shoots like a lot of in the lane, in the paint, which is what Cade loves to do, and most of their team, and play a lot of pick and roll. So they're very similar to Detroit for us. So they're definitely going to get us prepared for that. I'm trying to go back to when we played Atlanta.
Yeah, we beat them 108, 105 the last game.
Then we lost to them 111
they
to
better bring
99.
they better bring out Sohan and Mo Diawara.
We played a deep team last time with them. They just beat us 99 to 111. So they got the ability, but Knicks have to play our basketball. It's just us, to be honest. It's us. If we don't come ready to play, any team can run us out. But that's not the case. We've been playing on all five. The last 5 games we played phenomenal. Played a lot of young teams. Even our third string played Charlotte really well. So I'm not concerned. I like our chances for against the Atlanta series. So my thought on the season, C plus, as New Nick says. I thought it was good. I thought we took too long to get to where we're at, but we started gelling all at the right time. Started balling at the right time, and everybody's cooking. All the players, we got everybody's healthy, which is phenomenal. The fact that we got Deuce and Shaman healthy, balling, getting their timing right, I'm excited about that. I like our chances against Atlanta. I want to let it too linger. The show's been running out for a long time. Final thoughts, New Knicks, and then final thoughts, Miss Shetty, and we out of here.
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to my nigga Black. Oh shit, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, salute Black.
Okay, hey, shout out to my nigga Black. Free my nigga Black. Should be out
What?
soon. Yeah, I mean,
Free Black.
Free
I
Black.
want to, yeah, free Black. Uh, want to give a shout out to my squad back at home ground. Yeah, I mean, Black Empire,
Billionaires.
Millionaires, the
Real
whole
Lion
gang,
Millionaires.
Miami 809. Yeah, I mean, I'll be back home in a few. Big power moves to make. Shout out to the TOF, to the TOF family, the TOF chat. If you don't know, this is a fam cast. It's not a podcast. This is a fam with a M. It's a fam cast. So we're allowed to, you know what I mean, reach certain borderlines with each other because, you know what I mean, this is my family. This is my blood for real, for real. So shout out to my brothers. Shout out to my big bro Machete. Shout out to my little bro Ruel for always holding it down, coming through. You know what I mean? And putting us in the forefront, making the ice and doing all that. Shout out to the TOF chat. You know what I mean? Let's get us to 500 so we could get this merch out. Definitely cooking that up, and hopefully big things are coming.
Machete outro.
Pause.
But yo, shouts out to everybody out there, my cousins, man, my family, my little brothers, New Knicks. Well, I've known them all my life. You know, I love them. They're my family. You know, we go at it, we bust each other's balls, paws all the time. But we've been doing it, yo. I've been dealing with these motherfuckers all my fucking life. They've been a pain in my ass. And so anyway, I had to teach them the way, the Knicks way. You know what I'm saying? And we've been watching the Knicks together as a family since the early '90s, bro. At least.
At least.
Watched every fucking playoff, every fucking game. We were there. Even when Miami beat us in '99, we fucking went to the pool hall, remember? And ran into Hardaway. We've been through it, and we hate the fucking Heat. But shouts out to everybody. Thanks to the TOF family out there. Everybody out there on the chat. Thanks for hanging out with us all night and listening to our bullshit. You didn't have to be there, but you are. Thank you. Yo, my people's out there in Manhattan, all over the place, all our Knicks fans all over. Thank you. Shouts out to all the wifeys out there supporting us and dealing with our shit and having to listen to us through the season. You know, and my wifey who cooked this beautiful sancocho lentil soup. Thank you, baby. I love you. And let's go Knicks. Yo, we got a game on Saturday against the Atlanta Hawks. It's going to be a good competition. You know, Mike Brown's going to is really going to tighten on the belt and be a really big fucking asshole this week so he can prepare us for this game against Atlanta. Because they're gonna come prepared. Because they have a good coach. They have great fans out there who want to see them win and beat us Knicks. But it ain't gonna happen. It's gonna be a frivolous cause. So y'all just might as well just hang it up and go fishing already and save yourself from being injured. Save everybody else from being injured. Everybody just chill the fuck out and let the Knicks, do their thing, which we will.
Yo, my final shit. Knicks is gonna sweep the Hawks. The Knicks are gonna sweep the Hawks. Bring out the brooms. Bring out the brooms. A special shout out to Mike the Specialist. You know what I mean? Mike the Specialist, the Broham. A lot of this shit wouldn't be possible, you know what I mean, if Mikey wasn't around. So shout outs to him.
Even with today's technical support, you saw we have a technical support that you saw me switching screens, all because of the bro. Appreciate you.
Yeah, so shout outs to Mike the Specialist for being our Wizard of Oz. And yeah.
Hey, all right.
We out here.
Let's go. Are you not entertained? This is the closing of the 2025-2026.
Bring out the bros. Bring out the bros.
Closing of
Bring
this
out
season.
the bros, yo, TOF fan. Bring out the bros.
Extendos. I can't even get a word in with my cousins, as you say, my fam. Anyway, great season for the New York Knickerbockers. Great way to close it out, 2025-26. It is now going into the playoff season. Wonderful season overall. Are you not entertained? If you are a Knicks fan, you better be standing up. You better be excited. There's going to be a long weekend. And you know who's going to get it? Mama Watkins. Mama Watkins, it's time. You got just when you thought you got rid of us, Mama Watkins. You thought you got rid of us.
Yo, you're gonna get you're gonna get our A1 into some shit. Yo, Miss
Moderator
Mama Watkins, give my brother.
It's all love, Mama.
He always trying to throw jabs. All love, all love.
It's always love. It always.
Yo, what was that, son?
I don't even want to know what that was. We're just gonna move on.
What the fuck did you just wave?
15 wings. We're going 15 wings. I don't even know this. 15 or cat.
Oh,
Jesus. Look, my brother. I don't know.
I thought I saw something else.
Hey, at the end of this series, everybody get 15 wings ready. Figure out how you want to prepare your wings.
Lemon pepper.
Instead of a 50 burger, we're going to have a chicken wing night, a Hawks wings. What we're going to have at the end of the series.
15. It has to be 15.
15 wings.
15 Hawk wings.
That's what we're doing now. Nobody said it, right? You ain't hear nobody talk about wings and barbecuing. If you hear anything afterward, you know where it comes from. We always doing the trendsetters. Anyway, we doing the 15 wings. But the 50 burger, I ain't going to lie. Salute to Knicks Fan TV. That was their joint. We give props. The 50 burger is definitely theirs. But we had our 50 burger. But now we doing the wings. Y'all ready? Appreciate you guys for tuning in tonight. The Organic Fanatics, you know what we're saying? I'm out of here. We appreciate you guys always for tuning in. Let's go Knicks.
Good night, bro. I love you. Peace out. Let's go Knicks.
New
York City. New York. If the Knicks is in the Mecca, yeah, let me hear you give it up. The Knicks is in the Mecca, yeah, let me hear you give it up. The Knicks is in the Mecca, yeah, let me hear you give it up. The Knicks is in the Mecca, yeah, let me hear you give it up. We back.
Brunson at 3.